Hi, thank you for deciding to watch this course. This is an elemental landing page design mastery. You will learn how to create landing page. You will learn the formula for creating landing page as fast as possible. It's going to be super straightforward, super easy for you to master. All you have to do is follow through from the beginning of the course to the end of the course. It's absolutely free. You can watch everything here on YouTube. Just just go ahead and subscribe when you see when you watch, and also do well to leave a comment if you have questions, or just leave a comment how you enjoyed the course, like feedback, so I can create more beautiful courses later on in the future. And also, I built amazing landing pages, super great landing pages for online stores, for SaaS companies, for varieties of industries. So if you're looking forward to building your own landing page, how about click on the link below. Just reach out to me via WhatsApp or via call, and I'll do well to respond to you. If you prefer email, I think there are links on YouTube. There's a link on my YouTube channel. You can just click on it. It'll take you straight to my email, and we can talk, go back and forth, talk, and build you a very good landing page. So that's all for the talk. Let's go ahead and learn how to build awesome landing page using Elementor. Before we get into the design proper, I really want to show you some part of the theoretical aspects of this course, because if you do not understand what you're creating, if you do not understand how to create what you intend to create, then you're just going to design stuff that wouldn't sell. Because I think the main reason why you're taking this course is because you want to be able to build landing page yourself. Yes, you want to be able to save money, but the ultimate goal for you is that you want to be able to create money, to sell more, to make more money. That's the goal for you. So if that's the goal for you, so go ahead and really watch this section of the course very well before moving to the design section. But if you're very comfortable, you understand what landing pages are, you understand what sales pages are, so you can go ahead and skip. Just if you're watching this, if you downloaded it, you will see two folder, theory and design. So go ahead and click on the design folder, and you can get started from there. So the beginning here is, what's a landing page and what's a sales page? Landing pages and sales pages are very similar because they are designed to convert visitors into customers. But there are differences, there's some kind of differences. So for landing pages, that's why the reason why they call it land, like when you're landing, when a plane is landing. The reason they call it land is because it's just that first point of contact between you and your customer, especially if you're a solopreneur. The main reason why people build landing page, or why you want to build a landing page, is because you really want to the customer to take a specific action. That's the reason why you would use a landing page. Some of those actions could be filling out a form, it could be getting their WhatsApp number, it could be booking a call, it could be, it could be making a purchase sometimes. But a lot of time, you really don't think that if I land on your page the first time and I'm going to make a purchase, I might make a purchase if I like the product so much, or if I know about you before then. So, but if I don't know about you, I might never ever make that purchase. But a sales page is focused on selling something. That's what the sales page is focused on. Just selling, selling, selling. So the reason why you build a sales page is because you really want to say, hey, once you come to my website, I really want you to make the purchase immediately. For example, if you sell fashion items, you would create a sales page, and that sales page is for anyone who's coming to that website to make that purchase as fast as possible. That's the reason why they're coming to that website, because you want them to make that purchase. And also for in terms of content, landing pages are very minimal. They contain very minimal amount of content, especially those landing pages that will want to give you an ebook for you to leave your email address. So you would see the ebook, you would see reasons why you should download the ebook, and then you would see a space where you should put your email address, and that's it. But for a sales page, they have tons and tons of content. Some persons even add storytelling, so they tell stories about how they met their mom, how the business changed their lives. Just so many stories on ending. Why? Because they need to capture your attention, not just your eyeballs. They need to capture your heart, and at the end of the day, capture your pocket. That's the way it is. Some of this content might include testimonials, might include pictures, videos, GIFs, lots and lots of it, just because they want to capture your attention. Then when it comes to design, I would say that for the sales page and the landing page, they are really clean. You make them very, very clean. But when it comes to design, landing page, they're very, very clean and very minimal. But for sales page, yeah, they're not very clean because of the too many things that you're putting in there. But when you take this course, you will learn how to create very, very clean sales page that just takes a user from where they are currently to where you want them to be. So in summary, sales landing pages is focused on capturing leads, visitors' attention, and directing them to perform a specific action. But for sales pages, it's focused on closing the sales. So I hope you understand that. Go ahead, check out some pages on the internet and see the difference between a landing page and a sales page. I'm going to be showing you that here, but just go ahead and figure it out yourself and join me in the next lesson. Thank you. Understand the reason why. Now that you understand the difference between a landing page and a sales page, then you want to ask yourself, why do I, as a small business who's just focused on doing my own thing, need a landing page? So this is the reason. First, people won't buy from you until they know you and trust you. If they do not know and trust you, there's no way they're buying from you. So a landing page is designed specifically to generate leads. Just think of potential customers for your online business or for your offline business. For example, if you sell cake items, you might want to create something, a lead generation form that would tell people the best cake to use for their wedding. Imagine that. Imagine you run an advert online that tells people these are the top 20 cakes to use for your wedding. Massive, right? Massive. Or top 20 cakes to bake for wedding. Massive. That's that's one of the reasons why you need a landing page, because it helps you to draw attention to your business. Number two, it enables you to optimize your conversions. So I think these are very complex English, but I'm going to, bring it down. When I mean conversion means making a sale. That's what it means. It means making a sale. So for a landing page, it means that you'd have more customers to sell to. So it increases your potential of making money from your business. Then again, a landing page can increase your engagement. So a lot of people, a lot of small businesses have websites. They have tons of websites. They have traffic coming to that website, but the people just come there and they do nothing. They do nothing. If a very wise business owner will figure out a way, say, oh, these persons will come into my website. I want them to drop their email. I want them to drop their phone number. Just do something so that you can get their attention, increase your engagement, and then you can sell to this person or make them an offer in the future. Number 5, a landing page will enable you to track your results. With a landing page, you can track the health of your business. You can track how many persons are buying from you, how many persons are not buying from you. You can track where they are coming from and who is bringing them. Are they coming from your social media handle? Are they coming from Twitter? Are they coming from, where exactly are they coming from? So you can track your marketing effort. One thing that I always advise small business, solopreneurs, one thing that I always advise them to do is that for every time you want to create a new product, create a new landing page. For every product you want to create a new landing page. It's something that I always advise, because you will be able to measure each of your marketing effort. So that's it. Go ahead and think about this. If you have a landing page before now, go ask yourself, what exactly do you use your landing page for? So it's going to be directed to you. Hey, What exactly do I use my landing page for? Go ahead and check and answer that question for yourself, and join me in the next class where I'm going to show you the landing page framework. We've not stopped talking about sales page, okay? But landing page is just the basics. I'm going to show you both framework, landing page framework and sales page framework, in the next lesson. I'll see you then. This is the framework that I use to build my entire landing page. Every landing page that you see me build, every landing page I've launched courses with, this is the exact framework that I use, and I can tell you it pays. And I've checked other persons, I've seen other persons' framework. It is so similar to this particular framework. So if I were you, I would copy it, paste it somewhere close to my PC, or paste it on my notice board so I can always remember this framework. We're going to go through it together. We're going to go through it together, and I will show you some other sites that are using this same framework to sell. So the first thing first for every landing page is the headline. Your headline, you want your headline to be benefits based. For example, if you are a gym instructor and you're looking for someone to come to your gym, normally you would say lose body fat. That's an advantage, yes, but it's not very cool. You might say get into shape. That's an advantage. But something like we make you look beautiful, we make you look beautiful, we help you attract your dream man. Because the reason why a lady will want to come to the gym, yes, the lady will want to be healthy, but lots of people want to be able to get into a very healthy relationship. That's one of the reasons they go to the gym. So you're looking for the benefits. So for example, if you are an ex-your expert and you're trying to create a landing page, how would you say it? You would say, you would say something like, turn website visitors into customers in 10 days. Increase your traffic by 100% in 5 days. That's what people want. Increase your conversions in 10 days. That's what people basically want. They want the result. So if you are creating a landing page, your headline should be the result. And then after the headline, you have the subheading. The subheading is just supporting the headline. That's what it is. I'm going to show you a headline from another website so you see what I'm talking about. So if you look at this agency, you would see it's an Excel agent. It's called Excel Agency, and here it says add 6 figures to your business while working less hours by leveraging automation. So this agency, they help you to automate your business. Then that's the headline. Then you have on average, we save agency owners 10 hours per week, letting you focus on high value activities within your business. So you can see that they're starting with the benefits, and the benefit is that, hey, if you go with us, you're going to make money. That's the benefit. If you decide to trade with us, you're going to make a whole lot of money. And then how they're helping you make money? By saving you tons of hours. So I want you to look at this other one. Optimize converting landing pages for digital entrepreneurs. Optimize high landing converting pages for digital entrepreneurs. And then you have casually convert landing pages aesthetic, functional, and turn them into money making machine. So what's the benefit? Hey, the first thing first is I'm going to create a landing page for you, and the second thing, you're going to make money with this landing page when I create them for you. So that's something you want to look at. You want to be like, what's the benefit of my product and what is the result? What will I do for you and what's the result? And once you're good with that, the next thing you might want to add is a video sales letter. So the thing is that these days, people are watching videos like never before. That's what people are doing. People are watching videos like never before. If you look at this guy just, straight up headline, supporting statement, and then put a video sales letter. This is the way I like to fix my page. I like my audience to get to know me, and I like to introduce myself to my audience and so they can see what I can do. This is very important for you. Try this and you will really like it. Introduce yourself to your audience, make them see what you can do, basically, and then it just really, really makes sense to them as to what you're offering them and how you're offering them that particular service. Very important. But you don't really have to have equipment to do this. There is a service called Loom, Loom. Just go ahead and say, use Loom. It's free. It's free. Record yourself, talking about your product, or if it's a digital product, record yourself talking about it. But if it's a physical product, just take your phone. Take your friend's phone. If your friend have an iPhone, a Samsung, or any phone in a well-lit environment, and just talk about your product as ordinarily as possible. It doesn't have to be something special. Though if you put some creativity to it, it will be a lot. It will be super good. So let's run through this. The next thing that you want to do, the next thing you want to do is to add social proof. Nobody wants to be the first person to buy from you. They want to be the second, they want to be the third person when they've had other people buy from you and they find success using your product. So you want to add testimonies of other persons who have bought from you. Then you want to add benefits. What's the benefits of buying from you? The first time in the headline you added benefits, then this time you want to add plenty benefits. What's the benefits of buying from you? What are people going to get when they decide to buy from you? And after that, you want to add the process. This thing that you're doing, how are you doing it? How are you making it? This soap that you're selling, how are you making it? This bag, how are you getting it? This digital product, how are you doing it? So this just allow people to know the underlying process behind your product. It's not a terrible thing at all. It just enables your customer to see through what you're actually doing. If we go back to these landing pages, you would see they have a call to action here. Yeah, we didn't talk about the call to action. I'm not sure we have a call to action here. If you see this person have a call to action, which is book a call. One thing that I want you to understand about the call to action is this. Don't tell people click here. Please, don't tell people click here. Don't tell people let us chat. No, tell people what you want them to do. If you want them to sign up for a free trial, say sign up for a 7-day free trial. If you want them to order for the product, order the product now. Make it an action word, what you want them to do. If you look at this guy, book a call, that's an action word. Book a free call, that's an action word. You really want them to say, hey, this is what I've come here to do, and that's what I'm going to do. And here you can see this person has a testimony, and then there's another call to action here. And then there is what we do. Can you see it? There is what we do, and then there is another call to action. So this same person, testimonies, about me, yeah, there's a chance to put about me, but I would love to put it further down. So when I tell you about process, you can see the process. They all make an offer, outreach, convert. That's a process. So this also is a process, 90-day timeline. So what you want to do, you just want to add process. You just want to add all this sauce to your page to make it make sense. And then you also want to add what they will get. This is very important. If I buy your course, what am I going to get? If I buy from you, what am I going to get? What are you going to give me? If you know you're going to give this person maybe an ebook, a video, list it out. This is what they're going to get. If it's a course, list all the topics that they're going to get when they make payment to you. Then also you want to add more CTAs. So after each feature, you can add CTA. That's fine. You want to add about yourself. That's a very cool thing. You want to add more social proofs and FAQ. This part about FAQ, it's very important. People have objections and people want to ask you questions. Questions might be, why are you pricing the way you do? Where do you deliver to? Where are you located? How do I refund? How do I reach you? These are basic questions. So you want to answer those questions for yourself. And then there is the CTA again, and then privacy policy. If you're selling items that contains very sensitive information, if you're selling items that might breach the right of other people, if you're selling things like plus 18, anything that has to do with plus 18, you're selling things that have to do with things that are alcoholic, not for teenagers, please put privacy policies and include terms and conditions. They're very, very, very important. So that's it. That's the landing page framework. Go ahead and think about it. If you're watching this with a friend, discuss it with your friend. And then we'll go ahead and see the sales page framework. That it's very important that you understand this theoretical path before you go ahead and start building your landing pages. Meanwhile, I really don't want you to refund the money, so I have to give you a good course. I have to give you good information. So that's it. For sales pages, it is very similar to landing pages, just that you talk more stories. It's just imagine you want to collect a person's email and you want to sell the person a car or an iPhone 14 Pro Max. The convincing will be different. One is so easy, just drop your email for me, and the first one is so easy, drop your email, book a call. That's so easy. The person is not making any financial commitment. But for this one, you want the person to make financial commitment immediately. So what's very important in sales pages, it's majorly the offer. The offer itself, it's very, very important. The offer and testimonies. Those are the two things that really, 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 really stand out for me. So you can see from here that you have the value you provide, how you create the value, visualize it, which is pictures, social proofs, CTA, features and objections, bring your offer to life using social proof, FAQ, CTA, and founder's note. All those things they are similar to what you would have on your landing pages, but this time you have to really do a lot of convincing. This is where your copywriting has to be on point. You have to write your sales page like you're seeing the person, like you're talking to the person right there and there. That's how you do it. If you're just doing it like you're just thinking about it from your head, no, it doesn't make sense. So it's be good that if you want to write a sales page very well, just go to an Igbo man's shop and see the way he convinces you. Okay, if you're watching this in Nigeria, Igbo people are very amazing people. They know how to sell very well. Just go to your favorite person, the person who sells to you, that favorite person, whatever city you're watching this. Go there and just observe. Try to buy something and act like you're not buying. Try to put some objections, try to put some restraint, create resistance for the other person, and see how the person relates to you, especially if you know that this person is a very cool salesperson. If you notice, the person will tell you so many things. He will tell you about how one person bought this particular product and the person has been using it for 10 years. How one other person bought this particular product and the person has been using it for 15 years. How somebody bought the product and the person came back again and said thank you. How they're going to give you a warranty. Like, hey bro, if you buy this product, sister, if you buy this product and it's not working, in 30 days, bring it back for me. In 1 year, if it does not work, bring it back for me. If you buy a refrigerator and in 1 year it's still not working, bring the refrigerator for me. Sometimes they would say, you see this particular thing, this particular appliance, we just have 2 left. What's the person trying to do? Scarcity. The person who's trying to say you, hey, come back 3 months, you still be able, if it stops working, bring it back forward. It's trying to provide to you a warranty. That's the easiest way to learn writing sales copy. Go to your favorite person who markets in a local shop and listen to what the person says, then transform that into writing for your business, and trust me, you would sell a whole lot. But don't forget, you can also, if you don't have time to go out, you can also follow this framework and it will make a whole lot of sense to you. Let me show you a few sites that follows this framework. So this is it. This is somebody who's selling baking masterclass for baking. So you can see, stop fighting food, the masterclass. This is just a picture. And then the person goes, is this you? This is the story, this is storytelling. So the person is trying to this person is just trying to get your attention. So the person keeps going, keeps going. You're not alone, and these are testimonials. So you see what I'm saying? These are testimonials, lots of testimonials. A person even giving you a click to get more testimonials. And then you see what you're going to get when you choose the masterclass. And then you see more objections. The person is trying to, get your attention more. And then you see what you're going to get. See, score mode is what you're going to get. Keep going, keep going. This is what you're going to get. And then you see what people are saying. These are more testimonials. So if you look at it, any page that want people to buy immediately has tons and tons of testimonials. People read the copy, yes, but people focus on the testimonials way more because they know they're going to be putting in their card right there. So you also have this one, DIY baking websites. So this is very minimal. And then you have what you're currently going through. Is this you? Then now this is the way the person is going to help you. And then you scroll down and you're seeing what you get. And then now you're seeing, what you get, your instructor, course curriculum, frequency add question. I think the only thing that this person doesn't have is testimonials. That's the only thing this person doesn't have. And I think if she adds testimonial to it, it's going to be excellent. And then you have this one. You can see the name of the instructor or what you're going to get. This is a fashion illustration drawing course. And then you have, if I scroll down like this, you can see what you're going to get about the instructor, course curriculum, and a whole lot more. So majorly, that's the same sequence that almost every sales page will follow. Follow it and you're going to make more money for yourself. So that's it. That's what the sales page is. That's what the landing page is. So next, I'm going to introduce you to the tool that we're going to be using to design the landing page. And also, I'm going to introduce you to the course outline so it doesn't get so boring for you. So to join me next, go get a cup of coffee, give somebody a warm hug, stand up, stretch, and then you come back and join me for the next lesson. I'll see you then. You see the way I create my courses, I like it to be very detailed. The reason why I like it to be very detailed is because I want you to watch just this course and take action. Because if you watch this course and watch the other one because it's not complete, so you won't be able to take action at the end of the day. So this is the framework that we're going to go through. It's pretty long. Yes, it's pretty long. And you might be saying, hey, Paul, this course is too affordable. It's fine. All I want you to do is to learn it. I'm taking hours upon hours to create this, but I really want a lot of business people to be able to sell more, spend less, and make more money so they can live the life they really want to live. Yeah, I'm a Christian, by the way. It's beautiful. So this is the landing page outline. So I will get you introduced to the page builder that we're going to be using. Then we will try to design our landing page, customizing it. We'll talk about colors, typography, speed, refining your landing page. We'll talk about social proof, crafting strong call to action, integrating payment like Stripe and Paystack. So if you're in Africa, then you can use Stripe. If you're in Nigeria, you can use Stripe. But if you're using any other payment gateway, it's going to be very, very similar for you. Then we'll talk about analytics. We will then personalize our landing page just like that. So it's not gonna be this straightforward. Like, it's not gonna be like a 4-minute class. So I think you should really be ready to learn a whole lot. It's not gonna be a 4-minute class, but we're just going to go one step at a time. And so if you have questions regarding any of this, irrespective of the platform where you're watching this, you will see my email. Yeah, you'll see my work email, and you can just send me an email there, and I'll get it, and I'll do well to reply. There'll definitely be a way. If you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a way for you to leave comment. If you bought it as a bundle, there will be a way for you to reach out to me. Any of these things that you don't understand, feel free to reach out to me or send me a tweet. You will find my social media handle around, but just send me a tweet. Okay, so that's the course outline. Let me introduce you to the tool that we're going to use to build this landing page. So the tool that we're using is called Elementor. Elementor itself is a drag and drop tool for creating a website. So anyone can use it. You really do not need any experience to use Elementor to create a website. As you can see right here, it's super straightforward. I wouldn't say it's the most easy tool in the world, but it is super straightforward. You can use it to create anything: landing pages, online store, blog, and the rest. But this time we're focusing on creating sales pages and landing pages using Elementor. So it is you can, like I said, it is responsive. That means it works on both mobile and desktop. It is very responsive. They have a very good community, and it's pretty affordable. If you go back to the pricing, you will see that if you go to the pricing, you will see that it is around $49 to actually grab this. Yeah, it's around $49 to grab this. I'm wondering why it's not so I'm gonna just reload. Okay, I think they're having issues, so I'm just gonna say /pricing. Okay, so you would see it's $99 a year for you to use their WordPress hosting, but that's not what we're using. We're gonna use the Elementor itself. So the Elementor itself, it's $49 per year. That's how much you pay for the Elementor. But since you're taking this course and we're best friends now, you're gonna get it for free. You're gonna get it for free. There will be, if you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a link below. If you bought the course, you're watching it somewhere else, you will see a folder that will contain Elementor. So just click on it and you'll be able to unzip it and you'll be able to use it on your website. I guess you could give me a high five for that, right? You're getting $45 for free, and that's cool. So that's what we're going to be using for building our website. And then for hosting our websites, we're going to use this service called Namecheap. So the reason why I do advise you to use Namecheap is because it's very affordable. For solopreneurs, you really want to find something that is very affordable but yet very effective. Namecheap in itself, it's very affordable. You can see, let's see how much this will cost. You can see for Stellar, you're just paying $1.98. Let's say on the average $2 a month. For Stellar Plus, if you need more speed and more domain name, you're paying just $3 a month. That's what you're paying to get this up to speed. I know I'm saying a couple of things that are very new, like domain name and hosting. So let me tell you what domain name is. For example, if I'm coming to your house, you're going to say, hey, Paul, come to Montgomery, number 95 Montgomery Street. Yeah, come to number 20 Lillian Avenue. So what you're doing is that you're telling me a place in a city. That's where you want me to come. If I take that place and put it on Google Map, I will be able to find your house. Similarly to what domain name is. Domain name is just a place, an address that says this is where your website is located. Then when it comes to your host is like the house itself. Domain name is the address of your house. Then the host is the house itself. Remember, it's your house that contains your bed, your furniture, your cushions, and the rest. Same thing. Your host is like a big memory card on the internet where you can store your website images, pictures, videos, and any other thing that you have in there. So that's basically what a host is. Don't let it confuse you. If you know how to use your memory card, then you know how to use the hosting address. It is that simple. Don't let it confuse you. A host is like a big memory card on the internet that you can store your website files and you can retrieve them whenever you need them. So while you're still here, go ahead and register for Namecheap. So you will just sign in. You just go ahead and sign in. So how you will do it, it's so I'm gonna go ahead and sign up right there. So how you will do it is you will just click on the sign up. And you would enter all your details, just like the way you would sign up on any services. Enter your details, and then you just click on sign up. Do this and come back, and I'll show you how to purchase a domain name and a host on Namecheap. Thank you. So I hope you were able to create your account here. If you weren't able to do it, just go ahead and try again. You need a username that is unique. You need a password. Confirm your password, full name, first name, last name, and the email address. That's what you need. And then you click on the login. So I have those already. I'm just going to go login. When you open your account and you're trying to log in, it might ask you to enter a verification code. You just go to the email that you opened your account with and you'll get it there. So now when you log in, you would see a dashboard like this, and the next thing that you want to do is to click on the domain and say domain name search. This is where you would put the name. So this is the way it is. These things work. Your domain name doesn't have to be your name, doesn't have to be your business name. It can be the product name. For example, if I'm teaching people how to create fashion stitches, I could say fashion stitch school. Stitch school.com. I could say I could just pull that and figure out if it's there. Don't spend so much time trying to choose a domain name. Just try to think about the name of the product that you want to create and just buy something that fits. You can see this fashion stitch school that I just thought about in my head is available. Don't think it too much, because the more you think, the more you delay. The more you delay, the less money you'll make. Don't think about it too much. Just create it, and that's all you have to do. And also, you can buy many domain names for as many products you want to launch. For each product you launch, you buy a new domain name. For each product you launch, you just buy a new domain name, because you can launch a product and you like it, you just want to leave it there. Not every product have to be under your name. My name is Paul Okodua, for instance. I have a product called Paul No Code. It's a service company, and where you bought this particular one is a different domain name entirely. So don't make it very, very restricting for yourself. And so once you do this, you're going to go ahead and add it to cart. That's the first thing you do. You add it to cart. And once you add it to cart, the next thing you do is to purchase a hosting. Purchase a web hosting. So you can purchase it from here. So just click on it. You can purchase it from here, or you can go here and click on hosting. Click on hosting and figure out the plan that works for you. So you have this Stellar hosting. You have the Stellar business hosting. Yeah, it just works every time. So you can click on it and you can purchase one of those. This is the hosting you want to click. Shared hosting. That's the one you want to buy. This one. It is way cheaper for you to purchase. Purchase with this. So you can say get started. Just click on it, and that particular hosting will be added to your account. So you would say add to cart. That's what you would say. Add to a new domain. Yeah. So they're supposed to be added to a new domain, and they're supposed to work. Okay, this is not working like the way I wanted to, but so I'm gonna cancel the purchase. Go back here, view cart. And I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to remove this so we can try again. I'll go back to Namecheap, click on hosting, shared hosting, click on the get started, which is Stellar hosting. Then I would say add to cart. So when I say add to cart, you will see this part where it says promo. This is another opportunity for you to, get something off your order. So instead of paying $32, you pay less more. So that's why when you're doing this, I would like it if you use the Microsoft Edge browser, because it helps you to find coupon. So one thing that you will see is that it will help you to search for coupons. And this coupon says you just saved you $4.88. But really, you don't want to check out like this. You can just, forget about it. Don't check out like this. Instead, refresh, remove the coupon, and remove the coupon, and just so you would refresh, remove the coupon, and then you would go ahead and click, just click on these coupons like this, and you will find the coupon. You will see some of this coupon they are removing. You will see your balance change. You'll see your balance change like so. Just figure out the one that reduces it the most, and then you can actually apply that particular coupon on your page. And you can also click on the side here. If you cancel, you can click on the side here. You can say we found 20% off. So you can just try most of this coupon. Like copy this one. This is going to save you 50%. So this is going to save you 50%. Say apply, and let's see what's going to happen. So just apply this to, so now it's applying the coupon. So you could get lots of lots of things off your order when you try to do it like this. And then you can also go to the internet and find coupon for yourself. That's just another way for you to save a couple of bucks before you check out. So once you're done with that, you go ahead and confirm order. After confirming order, you would enter your account details, and then you make payment. So, but if you are in Nigeria and you're trying to buy from here, if you're from America, this is going to work seamlessly. But if you are in Nigeria, what you'll do is you will go get a card from somewhere. So you can get a card from this website called GeekPay. You can get a card from here. They can give you a card for you to use to make this payment. So you can get a card from here, or you can use your maybe banks like FCMB card, GT Pay. You can use your domiciliary account if you want to, because there's some restrictions. There's restrictions on some cards that you can use here. And also another way to make this payment is also use the Bitcoin. So you can use Bitcoin from Binance to make this payment if you want to. Super straightforward. So that's basically it. If you're still having trouble making this payment, feel free to send me an email or reach me on WhatsApp, on Twitter, and I'll be able to help you find specific cards. But if you're not from Nigeria, you're from places like South Africa, Ghana, it works seamlessly. But this is just basically the reason why it doesn't work for Nigeria seamlessly is just because of central bank policies that has been implemented on our cards here. So that's it. Go ahead and purchase your domain name and your hosting, and then you join me in the next lesson. I'll see you then. Once you're able to log in, or once you're able to make payment and register, you will get a couple of emails like this. You'll get a couple of emails says welcome to Namecheap, and then you will get this immediate verification required. So what you will do is that you will just click on this registration agreement, and that's all you have to do. Just confirm this, and that's all you have to do. This is just going to make sure that your website doesn't get blacklisted or anything in the future. So once you're done with that, you come back to your page here, your hosting, your landing page here, and you click on hosting list. Is where you click, and then go to cPanel. So what you would say might scare you a little bit, but really you don't need to be scared, because you're not going to be using the entire cPanel. You really don't need to be scared. All you have to do is to follow a few instructions and you're good. You don't have to be scared because of the interface. There are two things that you'll be doing here. One of them is the Namecheap XSL, which is secure security layer. This, and then Softaculous installer, and then that's an email. So all these are pretty straightforward, so don't think of it too much over and complicated. First thing first is to go to the Namecheap XSL. So you can see what XSL does for you is that it helps you to protect your website. So it's an end-to-end encryption. So you can see this key here. This is a key. You can see this key here. So what it's saying is connection to this site is secure. You can see this key, it's secure. So what you're looking for, you want to add that key to your own personal website so that it be secure for you also. So you would say ready to install via XSL. Install. So you would see you see this particular one is actually active. So you can add more XSL to this. You will see this particular one is already active, but you will see it here. When you come here, you will see your domain name, and it will just tell you install. But if you're finding very difficult to do this, what I would advise you to do is to go to your dashboard and say live chat. When you click on the live chat, you'll be able to speak to an agent. So you just click on this. You'll be able to speak to an agent and tell them, say, hey, I want you to install XSL for me. So if it's XSL that is your trouble, click on the XSL here and say, hey, I would really want you to install XSL for me. They're very responsive. That's one reason why I asked you to register here on Namecheap, because they're very responsive to queries. So once you install that, the next thing you come around to do is to, create your email address. So to do that, say email. This is very important for you, but this is just a web mail. But really, you can create any other type of email that you want to create. You can use Google Mail. You can use any of that email. It's fine. It's all right. It's more accessible. If you want very beautiful interface like this, you can use Google Email. It's $9 a month for Google Email. But if you can't afford $9 a month, I would definitely advise that you just go ahead and create an email. So just go ahead and say create here. Pull the username of the email, pull the password, and say create, just the same way you would create any other email address. And when you do so, you'll be able to check it. So you will just say, let's just say demo. Let's put the name of this username and say demo. Let's put the generate password. This password, you have to keep it, though you can always change it when you come back to the dashboard here. Then you say create. Once you do this, you can see how easy it is. That's the only thing you have to do. Then you go and say check email. That's all. Check email. It's so similar to your Gmail that you wouldn't even believe. It's really similar to your Gmail. You see your inbox. You see your sent item. So go ahead and say open. You see your inbox, sent items, and you're able to do everything here. So you can see that we have inbox, we have draft, we have sent, we have junk, we have tracked, and we have archives. That's it. You want to create an email, you want to send an email to somebody, click on compose. And when you click on compose, just like any other email service, you will be able to create emails just simply by clicking on that. So you can see compose to who, subject, email, click on send. And there's something else I really want you to see. If we go back again and we say check email, you can forward it. There are a lot of time that for an entrepreneur, you wouldn't want to be coming here all the time. You want to use one single email, which is your Gmail. So you go ahead and say folder, and then you add the folder. So the folder here, you just put in your personal email address. Like for example, this is my personal email address, and I'll just go ahead and add this, and I'll say add forward. So the way you're doing this is any email that comes here will just automatically be forwarded to your Gmail account, so you don't miss any email when people try to contact you. And another thing that you can do also, you can also add an autoresponder. So what an autoresponder is just telling people, hey, I got your email, I'm really going to get back to you in the future. So this is an autoresponder. Click on it, just say I got your email, and I'm going to get back to you in the future. So add an autoresponder and say interval, how many hours after, maybe 5 hours after sending the email. It's going to be from who, subject, the body, and send. So this is just going to send it immediately. So if you're asked of the office, say it's going to send it to the person, hey, Paul is going to get back to you. So it can be immediately. So immediately I send a mail to you, you want to send me back an autoresponder saying, hey, Paul, I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. So that's what you can do there. And also there's sometimes where you want to create something called a subdomain. So a domain is like www.paulnocool.com, but a subdomain is like www.courses.paulnocool.com. It's still the same thing with Paul No Code, just that it's it's an address that I can give to other persons, and I can do whatsoever I want with that particular address. For example, you can see the address here is google.com, right? And then the sub address is mail.google.com. You can see, right? You can see this one. The address here is teachable.com, and the sub address is kissingcolor.teachable.com. So if you want to create something like that, what you can do is to say, just click here and say add on. Just type the word add, AD, click on add on domain. Click on add on domain, and then you will just call it whatever you want to call it. So if yours is course, so I'm going to call my course like so, and I'm going to say create. So this is not valid. Why? Oh, sorry, it's not supposed to be an add-on domain. It's supposed to be a subdomain. Subdomain, that's where it is. Forgive me, it's a subdomain. So this mail is a subdomain. This is the main domain, which is the domain itself, and this is a sub. So anything that is under is called a sub. So it says create a subdomain. I'll just call it courses, or let's just call it landing page.com. So we'd say create. It's going to take a little while for you to do this. So this will also give me an opportunity to go show you how to install an SSL certificate like this on this particular subdomain. So whatever an add-on domain can do, a subdomain can do it. It's just that the name is not straightforward. Whatever an add-on domain can do, a subdomain can really do it. So you can see it's been created, and you can see now it's telling me enable positive SSL certificate for this guy. So I'm just going to click on positive SSL. So once I click on positive SSL, okay, this is telling me to buy. I don't want to buy anything. So I'll come back here, go back here, and I will click on Namecheap SSL because I don't want to pay for anything. So that's the thing about being a business. You're looking for a way to not pay for anything. So I'm just going to say reconnect. Installed via Namecheap. So you can see that we have this other one and landing page blah blah blah, landing page dot this dot the domain name.com in progress, and it's pending. That's how yours is going to be. And one thing that you see why I told you I love Namecheap, it gives you 50 SSL certificate, and this SSL certificate you're supposed to pay like $5 per one, but it's giving you 50 for free. So it's gonna be pending, and hopefully when you come back from the next lesson, I'm going to show you that this pending has turned to active. Once you do this, we'll go ahead and learn how to install WordPress. So I didn't tell you about WordPress before. So Elementor runs on top of WordPress. I'm going to explain to you what WordPress is when we come back to this course. Just go ahead and install your SSL certificate and join me in the next lesson. Thank you. This part of the tutorial, we want to keep on exploring the cPanel, and I want to show you what WordPress is. You know, like I said before, your website is going to be built on top of WordPress. WordPress in itself, it's an open source. So we mean open source, we mean it's free. Anybody can use it. Everyone, including you can use WordPress to build almost anything. You can use it to build e-commerce store, blog, landing pages, sales pages, real estate application, anything you want to build it with. What it means is that you can modify it freely to do anything that you want it to do. So in order for us to do this, we're going to use this Softaculous installer. It's just over here. If you can't find it here, just come to the search and just type the word soft. Type the word soft and come back here, click on it, and when you click on it, you'll be able to access this installer. So here you're going to say install. So you see this place where it said install WordPress. You can see there are tons of other applications that you can install with Softaculous, but the choice application for us is WordPress. So we'll click on it where it says install, and here you will choose the domain name where you want to install it. So I'm going to install it here, but you can choose the domain name, but make sure that you have this HTTPS. That's what you're choosing. You're choosing this HTTPS protocol. This means that it's just, you know, very secure. And in yours, you might see in directory, you might see WP here. But so when you see WP, just wipe it up and make sure that this WP here, it's empty. And when you come back here, you can write the name of your site. So I would say landing page. You can type the description, best landing page. Then you can add the username. Username can be your name. So my name is Paul, no code. I'm going to say that's my username. And the password in itself, you can leave it that way, but just go ahead and copy it and paste it somewhere. You know, like go to your notes and create a new note and just paste it here so you can always remember it. So if your username is something that you can't remember, also copy your username and paste it there. For your admin email, you can change it to your Gmail if you want to, or you can change it to that email that you created in the cPanel earlier. Select your language. My language is English, so that's what I'm going to use. Backup, so you can always determine how many times your site should be backed up. Here I'm saying you can click just backup and it's going to back it up daily, weekly, but don't worry, don't bother selecting this particular plugin. It's fine because you can do that you can your hosting plan will do that for you automatically, will do that for you by itself. And you can see here where it says backup, so you have once in a day, once in a week, once in a month. So I'm going to say once in a week. So this will just ensure that your site gets your sites, if anything happened, you can go back and roll to the previous backup that you were using before. And here where it says site rotation, backup rotation, you can click here to see you can click here to see. If you click on this button, you would see what it means by all of these things. So what it means by backup rotation is how many of these copies should it keep before deleting the old one. So here it's going to keep 4 copies. So if you're every time it gets to 4, it will delete the old one. Every time it gets to 4, it will delete the old one. So if it gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, it will delete number 5, starting from the bottom. Not starting from the new, starting from the old number 5. That's how it's going to do it. So if you're comfortable with that, you just go ahead and say install. You wait for a few seconds. Just for a few seconds, it's going to install just like that. So now it will tell you, hey, congratulations, it has been installed successfully. That's what it will tell you. And once you're good, you would see the URL. This is the site URL. If you click it, it's going to open the site itself. Yeah. So you can see this is the site itself. And then when you click the other URL, this is where you're going to be opening. This is where you're going to be working on your site. So take note of this. Take note of this page. It is your domain name, yeah, /WP admin. That's how you're going to be logging into your website every time. You can come here and just log into it from here, and you would enter your username and your password. So let's say we want to log in again. So I'm just going to come here and log out. When I log out, I'm going to change this URL to /WP-admin, and it will give us this form to fill. My username is Paul No Code, remember, and my password, I'll just paste it and log in. So it's same thing. You're still going to log in to the dashboard and accomplish the same thing just like you did before. And if you are able to do this, a big round of applause to you. You deserve, in a word right there, that you are able to come in here and install WordPress and you're good. So like I said again, this is your website. And this is your admin dashboard. This is where you make all the customizations. This is where you build landing pages that are this beautiful, and this is where this is the link that you share to your friends, family, and everyone who wants to know about your business. So I hope you got it. So to recap, you would go to your cPanel, you would choose Softaculous, install your WordPress, and then you would, after installing it, you will come back here and start customizing your site. So let's talk about WordPress. So like I said before, WordPress is open source. Everybody can use it. So here, there are a few things that you should concern yourself with. Concern yourself with plugin, settings, and post. That's what you should concern yourself with. Plugins, settings, pages. Yeah. Concern yourself with all that, and the others are just really secondary, because you're going to be working there. Pages, this is how things this is how WordPress represents a web page in your website. For example, this is a page, this is a page, this is a page. That's what you're sharing. You're just sharing pages. If I come back to this website, so I'm going to go to a pretty complex website. So let's come back to WordPress, the Elementor website. You would see that this has a lot of pages. Pricing is a page, login is a page, getting started is a page. So similar thing, if you want to, you can create multiple pages on your website, but for landing pages, they are always one pages. Sales pages are almost one pages all the time. So you need not to worry about creating multiple pages with your website. So if I click on pages, I can see the page that I currently have, and then I can add a new page. To add a new page, I simply just add new and give it a name. So add a new page, say click on new, give it a name, and that's what I have to do. So it's a bit slow. It's gonna be faster depending on your network speed. If your network is really fast, then it's going to be fast. So all I have to do here is to give it a page title and say about, and just click publish. Publish. So when I come, it's telling you, hey, about is not live. And when I come back here and I just refresh, I will see the about page. You can see the about page. If I click on it, it's going to go to another page. And if you take a look at the URL, it's going to say, hey, your website / about. You can see about. So that's how you work with pages. So let's go back to looking at plugins. Plugins are tools, or they are scripts that add additional functionalities to your application. For example, we're going to be working with Elementor, right? Elementor in itself is a plugin. That's what it is. It just enables WordPress to do so many things. Normally, WordPress was created for you to blog with, but once the idea of creating plugins started forming, it enabled you and anyone else to extend WordPress in such a way that it could almost build anything. For example, if you want to build an e-commerce website, you would install this plugin called WooCommerce. You install this plugin called WooCommerce, and once you do so, you will be able to create online store just using this plugin called WooCommerce. So that's how you would that's how you would do it. Then the settings, if you come back to the settings, you can see this is where we can set our site tagline, our site name, and this is where we can say our site language, and this is where we can set our time. So if my time here is +1 GMT or +1 UTC, that's fine. And then you can set your date format, and once you're comfortable with that, you say save changes. And we will talk about reading permalinks, so this is very important too. Permalinks, you say day and name. This is not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to say use the post name. So click on the post name and say save changes. So all of the things like the theme is not really going to matter, but those are the few things that really matters as we are building this landing page. So that's it. Go ahead and install WordPress and join me in the next class when I'm going to show you how to install the Elementor plugin, and we'll start building landing pages with WordPress. Thank you. I'll see you in the next lesson. Now that you've been able to install WordPress on your cPanel, it's time for us to install Elementor. To install Elementor, you would go to plugins. Remember I told you that Elementor itself, it's a plugin. Or better still, before we install Elementor, let's go to appearance and click on themes. So I didn't get to explain this. So themes, they just help your app with styling, with style. So you can decide not to use a theme at all. You can decide to use a theme. So it's just, you can decide to use the theme that comes with WordPress, but you can decide to pay, probably pay for a theme, purchase it. But I would say that for this course, you really don't have to purchase a theme because it can be a bit complex for you to edit them. So you can see that you can switch from one theme to another. It just determines the structure and layout of your application. If you don't really want to build anything, that's what a theme does. So for you to, I really want you to install a new theme, so click on add new. This theme, you will not really see any effect when you install it. So the theme itself is hello theme, like this. It's the hello theme. Elementor, okay, it's not coming up, so just type Elementor. So that's the theme I really want you to install. So the reason why this theme, I like this Elementor theme, is because it is very it's a very lean theme, so it loads very fast, and it's only a few kilobytes. So if you're using it on your application, you're really not going to find it very difficult. Your application will not be very slow. Instead, it will be very fast. So you should see, yes, you should see this one, which is the Elementor plugin, and then you click install. Yeah, like I always say, it will take a while to install depending on your internet speed. Then click on activate. And so once you click on activate, you can go back to your website, click on just reload your page. You should see that the structure will change. So that's why I'm saying that the reason why you use template, you use theme is just because of your structure. So this is a very minimal theme. It doesn't come with a lot of structure. It's from Elementor itself, and so you can just use it. So you won't see any, change if you decide to use it. Like if you decide to go to about now / about, you wouldn't see any change on your page. So it's just there. So once you're done with this, it's now time for you to, do a walk around. Just do a walk around as to what to do a walk around the theme, and also install Elementor itself. Like I said to you, Elementor is just a plugin. So click on the plugin and say add new. You will find this Elementor plugin on the folder, or you will find it in a link if you're watching it somewhere, irrespective of where you're watching it, you always find it in a link. So I would definitely attach it to this course if you're buying it as some sort of a bundle. So remember I told you that Elementor in itself, you would buy Elementor for a huge sum of money, say $49. That's how much Elementor would cost you. So I think we'll find the price here. If we click on pricing, we should find it here. So I think there's something wrong with the Elementor website, but Elementor in itself, to get Elementor is $49. That's how much it is to get Elementor for $49. So I think there's something wrong with it. Maybe they need to fix their web page. That's the reason why you're not seeing the price. So if you click on get started, it should take you to you'll just be able to get started using Elementor. But that's how it is. So I'm giving you this $49 for free. And the way you do it is that you go ahead and say upload plugin, click on choose file, and then you would go to the part where you have the course. So the folder where you download the course to, or the folder, if this is a Google Drive, same thing, you would have to download it to your PC first before using it. Then you come back here and you just extract. So you come back here and you extract the file. So this is a zip file, but first of all, let's go into our PC, because I want to extract the file. So I'll come back here and extract it first. Open with, if you're on Windows, you're going to, just open it with unzip, and then I'll click on it. And this is what I want to do. I want to install these two, 1 and 2, differently, not same way. So I'll go back to WordPress, and I'll say choose file, and I'll go back to the folder, and I'll install the free version first. The free version, say install now. So after installing the free version, I would then go ahead and install the pro version. So Elementor has 2 versions. The free, yes, you can do a lot with the free, but there are some things that you want to do that you will need the pro version to actually finish. So while we're waiting for it to install, I'll just bring you up to speed. So one thing that I will emphasize is that don't be scared of making mistakes as you get on your journey designing your landing pages with Elementor, because you are going to make mistakes, like it or not, because this is something that is new to you and you want to try to do it the best way you can. And also, another thing I would say is don't give so much attention to the design that you forget the aim of you designing the landing page. The aim of designing the landing page is to sell as much as possible. The aim of designing the landing page is to get more leads into your business as fast as possible, so you can make more sales and so you can make more money. So don't let aesthetics come in between you making more money and you trying to feel that your website is the best out there. It's almost never going to be the best. Just do something that really communicate well with your customers, and something that you enjoy, something that you think is good, and you then go ahead and launch it as fast as possible. So once you're done with installing the plugin, go ahead and click on activate. So every time you launch something, you always want to activate it. Even when you change a theme, you will definitely want to activate that theme. So once you have succeeded in installing Elementor, you would see a page like this, but you don't have to. Just go ahead and close it so it takes you back to Elementor. So it takes you back. The next thing you want to do, go back again to plugin, add new plugin, and this time you want to install the pro version. The pro version will tell you how to will enable you to access the Pro features of Elementor. So click on upload plugin, click on choose, and click on the Pro. Just click on and say install. So this should take you a while. Same thing, take you a while, say maybe a minute or two, depending on how fast your network is. So now that you've installed it, go ahead and click on activate. So that's how to install the Elementor plugin, the Elementor and the Elementor Pro plugin. So go ahead and do that, and next we're going to come back and we'll briefly explore the Elementor dashboard, because that's the tool that you're going to use to build your landing page and your sales page. Congratulations on installing Elementor, and congratulations on installing Elementor Pro. So if you're still having difficulties trying to install it, go back again, watch the video, and you'll be able to do it yourself. So let's familiarize ourselves with the Elementor page builder. Like I said, just be very patient. Go to all pages, go to all pages and then click on add new page. So this is not going to be the home page. This is just going to be some sort of a practice. We're going to be modeling one of the pages that we see there. So let's just call this practice and say edit with Elementor. If you don't see this in your page, all you have to do is to refresh it several times and you should see it, or you switch your browser. So I'm using the Microsoft Edge. If you're using other browsers and you're not seeing it, just change your browser and I'm pretty sure that you'll see it. And if you're using a low-grade system, it might take a while for this to load, and it might tell you load on safe mode. Please, you can go ahead and do that, especially when you click on edit with Elementor. It would say edit with safe mode or load with safe mode, and you just go ahead and just use it that way. Don't worry, everything will still be all right and you'll still be able to save it. But another thing is this: you need a fast internet, else things are going to be pretty slow. If you know that the particular internet in your area it's not really working well, you can always go ahead and switch it. Where we're going to start from is the layout. So Elementor have different type of layout, very, very, very different types of layout. Here we have the sections, right? We have sections, we have inner sections, we have test. So look at the left hand side. This is where you have your component tab. This is where you see everything, everything that you're going to need to build the application. They're all here. Everything. Every website that you ever see, like take a look at this website and see what's here. You have test, you have images, you have videos, and you have buttons. Same thing, you don't need more than these three things to actually build a complete landing page. Test, images, buttons, shapes, that's all you need. To add a section to this page, so this page right here, it's called a full width. That's what it's called. To change it, we can go ahead and click on this settings here, click on page layout and say Elementor canvas. So canvas is just like a drawing board, like a white drawing board. That's what canvas is, a white drawing board. So to test this, to add a test to this, we're just going to drag it. So when you drag it, it's going to give it a container itself. Just drag a test in there and now you have a test. To add an image to it, just go ahead and drag the image right there and now you have an image placeholder. So you can see this is the image placeholder and you can just add an image directly to it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So if you add it, click on the option tab and say delete. Click on the just delete. So let's go back again and add a section. To add a new section, I'll click on the plus sign and you can see how you divide your sections. If you go back here, you will see some sections. This section is divided into three. 1, 2, 3. This section is divided into three. 1, 2, 3. This section is just 1. This section is divided. This is just a picture. This section is divided into 2. 1, 2. And this is a complete single section. So you can see that depending on how you intend to build your page, you would likely be using one of these sections. So I like to use the first one. This is the first section divided into 2. And so I can add sections, more section inside a section. This is one section, and if I want to add subsection inside, all I have to do is to drag this inner section in here, which is 1, 2. You can see we have 2 sections now. If I click on the first inner section, I can change the height, just a mean height, like so. So this height now is now 400. And if I come here, I can change the mean height to feature screen, which like, so you can see how large it is. But don't worry about all these jargons that I'm speaking to you. You don't really have to know all of it to be able to build a landing page. So I'm gonna take this away. Inside this section, this is where everything is gonna happen. I can now drag a test in here. I can drag a sub test in here, like a test editor. So if we, to drag a subheading, just use the test editor, and then I can drag a button. So you can see basically everything is just dragging and dragging it. As long as you can drag things, what that means is that you can build your own landing page simply by dragging. And let's say I want to drag a video in here, I'll just drag it here, and that's a video. So this is going to be a video. So just like you saw on this other page, this is a video, and now this is a video. So you can drag a video in there. And what else do you want to drag? You can drag a form too. So when you're doing lead generation, you can drag a form in here to see name, email address, and message. You can drag a whole lot. If you're somebody who's writing code, you can drag a code highlight in here, and you see it's a code, just like that. So it is unlimited. Like the things you can drag in here, they are unlimited. So we're going to be using some of this to actually build the Elementor page. So go ahead and play with this. Just go ahead and play with this, drag things into the screen, drag it out, and see what comes out of it. And one thing that I like about this whole drag and drop is this countdown timer. It helps you to sell a lot. When you tell somebody that this thing is going to expire in 24 hours, they really want to buy this stuff. So one thing I love about the countdown timer is that it counts differently for everybody. If I get to this website and every time I log into this website, it gives me a time, a cookie. So there's something, a cookie is like something that follows you all over the internet. That keeps telling what you do. So if I say due date, that means it's going to end for everybody in 28 days. But if I say evergreen date, evergreen date, and that date is 47 hours, 59 seconds, 59 minutes. So what this means is that for every one person, the count is going to be different. It's going to be very different. So when I log into the website, my 1 day is going to start. If my friend log into the website, my 47 hours is going to start the next week that he logs into the website. So I like it if it's super cool if you try to use this evergreen timer for everybody, especially if you're selling digital product that doesn't expire. But if you're selling physical product where you think that the promo will expire, you just go ahead and use the due date. It's way, way better than that, than anything else. So that's something I like. And also, I also like the sidebar also. So what the sidebar does is that it's just enable you to, to have something on the side, to have a menu on the side, but you're not going to be using it a lot in this course. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and try Elementor. Go ahead and try the various aspects of Elementor. Drag things into the screen and drag it out and see what you can make out of it. When you come back, we're going to talk about colors and typography. That's what we're going to talk about when you come back to this course. So we're going to talk about color. The color that you decide to use go a long way in determining what you're selling. If you're selling something very feminine for kids, you can use colors that are bright. If you're selling things that are very expensive, so you want to use colors that are not very bright. If you're selling things for the elderly, you want to use colors also that are not very bright. And if you're selling things that has to do with nature, so you want to go for those natural colors also. Colors of the sky, blue, green, things like that. So you really want to, learn about colors a bit before you start using those colors on your website. And also, one other way that I think would be cool for you as a non-technical person to learn about colors is to just, spy, get a clue from what other persons are doing in your niche and use those similar colors. So you don't have to research too much and, break the bank. And another thing that I would advise is that use one color for everything. Don't use too many colors. Black is a good color for test. just find the color for other things. Just say, hey, my text is going to be black and I'm going to find colors for other things. For example, if you take a look at this, you would see this person is using black and this other color. So outside black, white is just one single color. Too many colors makes life very difficult. If you look at this color, this is just blue, and the other color is the background. Blue, black, and the other color is for the background. Too many colors makes it very terrible. Look at this color, this is black and red. This other color is for the background and the text is black. So use one color for everything and just let it be very minimal. Don't put too many colors everywhere. It's going to be too hard on the eyes for people to read. And so there are different types of colors that you can use. You can use complementary color. So I like to use monochromatic color, which is one single color for everything. It always just works. So this is a monochromatic color. And then you can choose the analogous color. These are 3 colors in the triangle that are lined next to each other. And then you can use the triadic color. So there are different colors. You can come here and just find colors that you can use and see if those colors fit. This is where I get colors from. And when I'm telling you to spy, of course, I'm going to show you the right way to spy. So you can just say color scheme. So this is me doing it live right here. Color scheme generator for website generator. So this is me just showing you how to do this. So this is a color scheme. So just go ahead and click on the first option that you see. Click on the first option you see and say start generator. So this is going to give you some very cool color scheme, but just go for tools and say explore palettes or palette generator, one of those. Explore palettes or palette generator. Not so. So just go to explore palettes. So you can see these are ready-made palettes. These are ready-made palettes that you can use for your website without really you thinking. Come here and find the one that you think is fair for you to use and just choose 1 or 2 from this color and your life will be easy. For example, this can be your background color. So I'm on this one with the 25K. This can be your background color, while this can be your primary color, which is pretty straightforward. Like if we come down here, this can be your background color, while this can be your primary color, or this can be your primary color. It really depends on how you want to, how you want to do it. You click on it, you copy it. For example, the way I would, go about testing this is to, just pick this, go back to my Elementor. I would, clear this whole thing and just, clear this whole thing and just give it something like so, and give it a height of say 400. And here I would click on it, go to my style. I would say background color. I would click on it. So this is my background color, and then I think it's cool, nice. Then I'll come back here and I'll pick one of this color. I want to pick this as my my primary color or for my buttons. So I'll come back to my Elementor. I'll come back here and drag a button in here. Change the button color to the color of that red. And I want to see how it looks like. So when I change it, I want to see how it looks like, and I want to see how this button looks like. And if I think that it's super cool for me, it's really cool for me, and then I think, I think this is what I should use. So just try that similar stuff and you would see that it's cool. One thing I didn't introduce to you in the last class, I didn't tell you about the style tab. The style tab, this is where you get to make changes. You get to give style to any element of your page. As you can see, whenever I drag something to the page, there's a style that comes alongside with it. So for example, I'm going to drag a heading text here, and I'm going to drag a text editor here. So as you can see, if I click on the heading text, you can see that this heading also has a style. So when I go back to my content, I can decide to alignment means where do I want it to stay? Do I want it to stay left, right, or center? That's center. Style. So this is a style. Typography, text color. I can change the text color to green. Typography, it's just like a handwriting. Typography is like handwriting. Everybody have different types of handwriting, and typography is just like so. What it's asking you is, what type of handwriting do you want this to have? So if I click on it, I can have different type of handwriting. Don't worry, we're going to explain typography as you go. Different type of handwriting as you go. So we're going to explore this as we build our page. I'm going to show you how to style things and how to make things work. So your turn. Go ahead and experiment with styles. Go ahead and experiment with choosing colors and come back. Just pause the video. Go ahead and experiment with choosing colors. Come back and then we'll talk about typography. Okay, nice. If you were able to experiment, congratulations. If you still need time to go back and experiment, that is very fine. So this is an article from Canva that talks about, the ultimate guide to font pairing. It's something that I think you should use. I'm going to leave it in the course description, the course document, so you can find it there. It's super cool. So for example, if you're doing a design publication, things have to be very legible and big, but this is not what we're interested in. We're interested in the website part of it. So let's just go to website. Let's go to website. That's an ebook. Let's go to website. Okay, I'm still looking for something. So if you look at this, you would see that there are different fonts for different industries. There are different fonts for fashion, different fonts for retail, different fonts for adventure, different fonts for almost everything. So this is the fonts for web design. So this is the font they recommended for web design. You would see something that there is a primary, there is secondary, and then this is the body. So listen, there is the primary, there is a heading. This is the heading, which is the H1. This is what you're going to use for the caption, like when you get to your website. Like let's go back here. This is the H1, which is the caption. This is the secondary text, like so. And then if you go down here, you would see the body. This is the body. And that's what they're telling you. Yeah, that's what they're telling you here. Say, hey, you're going to use 80 points as your heading. Then you're going to use 28 points as your secondary heading. And then you're going to use 14 as the body. So if I were you, I would just come back here and take any font pairing they give you here and use it on your website, because this pairing has been researched really well, and I'm not sure if you need something else or anything else once you have this. So you go ahead and check the pairing that you like here and use it on your website. Let's go ahead and try this one. So this is Lato heavy, then there's Lato, and then there's Lato. So let's go back here and try this. Let's turn this font typography, just type on top, type Lato. So this is Lato, and this is 80 points. The size is 80, and the width is bold, like extra bold. Like if you come back here, we can see that the width is bold, not extra bold. And then we have 28, which is the secondary button. So we'll come back here. This is bold, not extra bold, bold. And then we have this one. This one is same thing with Lato. This is, let's just make it black. This is typography is Lato. Typography is Lato, and it's just, I think, probably medium, and we'll put it in the middle. Let's see what that is. So we have 28 pixel. That's fine, normal. And the next one is the body font, which is 14. So we'll put the body, which is the text editor again. Just the text editor, that's what we're going to use as the body font. And this is going to be style. It's going to be like so. And typography, we would say Lato, just like that. And 14. So you can see the difference. This is different a bit. This is 28. Yeah. And this is normal. So you can see what this is. So this is the heading font. This is this one. This is the body font. So let's put it in the middle also, and this is for the button. So you can see it's different. So the reason why you use different font weight and different font size, it's so that your audience will understand what is important for you and what is not important for you. And one thing about this is that nothing is written on stone here. If you think that the color of this background is not so great, you can go ahead and just change it to white. And see, I think it's even better when you leave it here like white. Or you can go ahead and say, oh, I'm not sure if white is so great. Let me tame the color a little bit. Let me tame the color a little bit. And if I come back here, I can reduce the transparency a lot. can reduce the transparency a lot, and I'd be like, oh, I think this is even better for me. So that's what I want you to do. Go ahead, figure this out yourself, try to combine, make some different font combinations, see what works for you, and join me in the next class where we're going to start building our homepage. First thing we're going to be building our landing page, we're going to build the hero section, and so you see how things are done. I'll see you in the next lesson. Welcome back. I hope you're able to use colors and typography now, and you're great. So let's go back again. So remember, this is our practice page. It's not the main page for us. So let's go back to, and let's just exit this page. We're not publishing, just decide later. Let's leave this page. I'm not publishing it. And then once I publish it, I'm going to go back, just go back to my page. Go back to my page and just say add new page. So this page, I'm not going to give it a title. You can give it a title if you want to, but I can just give it a home. That's fine, but the title here doesn't matter because I want to create just one single landing page here. I remember when we talked about colors and when we talked about, all the stuff, we're going to be using them here. First thing first, I want you to go to, click here and go to your site settings. Go to your site settings and click on global colors. So you can see here we have primary color, secondary color, tertiary color, accent color. So we're going to, before we do that, let's go back again. We're going to do two things. So we're going to throw in a couple of buttons in here. One, just follow me. Two, let's throw in another one. Three, let's throw in another one. Four. So this is going to be, so the color, if we go to style, the color itself, we're going to get the color from primary. Yeah, this color, the background color, sorry, let's just leave this one as white. The background color here is going to be primary. And let's click this next one and make it style. The background color here is going to be secondary. Let's go to style, to click the other one, test, click this other one. The background color itself is going to be accent. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I really want to show you how it's going to appear. So the accent color is majorly for the buttons. Anything buttons bears your accent color. So let's go back to our color wheel. Let's go back to our color. So remember, this is what we took. We had this, in our previous class, we had this. So I'm going to choose something else today. I'm going to choose something else here. Choose a different color entirely. So I'm going to choose this one. This one with 38,700 likes. So I'm going to choose this as our accent color, which is going to be for the buttons. So I'm going to go back here. I just drag this all the way. I'm going to go back here, this accent color. So I'm going to go back to my site setting and click on my global color. For my accent color, I'm going to change this to that color. That's my accent color. And then for my test color, my test color is definitely going to be black. It's going to be something close to black. So choose this. It's going to be black, definitely black. And my secondary color, my primary color, I'm going to take it from here. So I'm going to just choose this one, primary color. And my secondary color, I'm going to choose this one. So you can see this is the way all your entire colors will look like. So I just click update after making those changes, and I'll click on the cancel. So remember what we did in the previous class, yeah? We clicked on the settings and we came back here and we said canvas, Elementor canvas. So we're going to be modeling this. I'm going to take this away. We're just going to be modeling one of these, we're going to be modeling one of these pages because they're very similar. So let's model this one. The only thing that we're not going to build the heading. Okay, let's just say we'll build everything. So we're just going to model this particular website. We might not build everything, but we'll try our best to get ourselves a landing page. And remember that when you started this course, I showed you the elements of a landing page. So we will model this while we are trying to, get the design right. We'll model the heading, subheading, video newsletter, and call to action. So let's add that in this video. Heading, subheading, video newsletter, and call to action. So for my heading, this is going to be my heading. I'm just going to copy this to be my heading. And how do we drag a heading into Elementor? I'm sure you remember. Click on the plus sign, let it go like that. Click here, and we will then drag in a heading like so, and just put this here and drag to the middle. I remember the last time when we checked out our font, we choose the font, but we did not create a font style here. I'm sure you remember. So to create a font style, let's click on the settings, like here, go back to our site setting, so we can create a font style. The reason why we're creating the style is so that we don't keep on changing the font over and over and over again. So my global font, primary font, I'm just going to call this Lato. So that'll be my primary font, and I'm going to call it 80, so you can see the font will change. I'll call it 80, and this is going to be bold. That's going to be my primary font. I'll say it, come back here. Then secondary also is going to be my Lato font, like so, and this is going to be 28, like we did, and then it's going to be normal. That's fine. And then my test font is going to again be Lato, then it's going to be 14, like that. Then my button accent font, which is for my button, again, it's still going to be Lato. It's going to be 18, 16, and then nice. So we're going to say update. So once we update, we will come back and continue with our design. So this is it. So our style, our typography font is our primary, which is like this. Don't worry, like it good like this. And then we'll come back here. These are secondary, like so. Drag in a text header here. Paste. Go to our style, say typography, secondary. And then put it in the middle. And then we can adjust this a little bit. And what's the next thing we want to add? We want to add the video newsletter. So the video newsletter, just type the video and put it in here. So when you drag the video, it's going to take the entire width of the entire page. It's going to take a very large width. And then when you come back here, you'll see video source. There is YouTube, there's Vimeo, there's Dailymotion, and there's self-hosted. So to add video from YouTube is very easy. I'm going to open one of my channel, and I'm going to copy a video. So like copy, share. I'm just going to copy like so. And I'll go back to my Elementor. I'll just click this. Just when it says link, click it. And then I should see my video directly from YouTube. And here I can say if it's autoplay or not. I can say if it's going to be mute at the beginning, or if I want it to loop. When I mean loop, it will keep on playing and playing and playing for a very long time. And so the thing about this, so it's a very good choice to enable lazy load. Yes, but the thing about taking videos from YouTube is that when the video is done playing, it's going to show other videos. So your users might get out of your website and go watch some cat video somewhere. Might get out of your website and go watch some comedy. So it would be awesome if you use Vimeo, or you will simply record a video, upload it on to WordPress, and you are able to play that video yourself. With Vimeo, you wouldn't need to see any advert, neither will your with those persons you're working with see any advert. So it's pretty straightforward and clean, but you're going to need to pay if you want to add more videos. If you're using like 1 or 2 videos, you don't have to pay, but if you're doing more than 1 videos, you pay. So it's quite simple. Come here, upload the video, copy the video link, and that's all you have to do. Nothing else. Come here, upload, copy the video link, and that link, come back to YouTube. Come back to your Elementor, paste it right here, and it begins to play. And there's something else you want to know about this, is the image overlay. So if I put an overlay, like before the user play the video, if you want to design a YouTube thumbnail, then you can design it and then upload the thumbnail right here. But all those things doesn't really matter for me. So I'm just going to go back to YouTube and then I'll paste my own video right there. Once you're done with this, the next thing that you want to do is to add a call to action, because now you think that the person has seen your headline, seen your secondary text, watched your video, and the next thing that the person would like to do, you expect the person to do, is to take action. And so we'll put it in the middle like this. I remember when we talked about action, we said no using click here, no using click there. The action should be straightforward. It should be purchase the course if you're selling a course, or it could be sign up for a free trial. So you can see sign up for a free trial, purchase the course, or sign up for a 7-day free trial. See, it's that straightforward. Sign up for a trial, purchase the course, sign up for a 7-day free trial, straightforward. So that's how you would fix the first part of your website. Go ahead and try. I really don't like this video getting past 10 minutes. Go ahead and try this, see if it's something, see how you can create something similar to this, or create something similar to this for your business. And let's get started with learning how to create the other section of our landing page. I'll see you in the next class. The hero section, and I'm sure now you've been able to put in your name, put in your subsection, and put in the image, and now you have the button. And the next thing we want to do, according to our pages here, is to add social proof. Social proof can be testimonials, it can be companies that you have worked with, it can be a lot of other things. So this is the easiest way to get social proof. Ask your customers to do a video for you and send it to you. Send it to you and then you put it here. So let's just click on this and type testimonials. So you can see this carousel, it's called testimonial carousel, and then you also see testimonials, and then you see review. So a social proof can be as tiny as a simple tweet. A social proof can be a testimonial, and it can also be a review. So this is the way I do social proof. I will ask my customers to tweet me, like open my Twitter account and ask them to tweet me. Yeah, when they tweet me, I will do a screenshot of those tweets and turn it into social proof. So let's say, for example, this is a tweet that is directed to me. So I'm going to go to my notification. So then I'm going to go to this tweet. So what I'll do is that I'll take a screenshot of this tweet, like so. I'll take a screenshot of the tweet, and then I will, crop it. I'm going to go to figure out a way to crop this. So I'm going to crop the screenshot. That's what I want to do. Adjust the size. And not adjust size. I'm going to crop it. I'm going to find this, just crop like this. So I think I should find it here, crop. So I will take this and then I will save this. Save it on my PC and just call it testimonials. Testimonial 1, just like that. So I will find multiple pictures like this and just crop them. But meanwhile, these are tweets that is directed to me, that is mentioning my name. So if this tweet is not mentioning my name and is not directed to me, there's nothing for me to do. I'm not going to use it. Probably it's a tweet that says, hey, Paul, I want to say thank you for your course. Hey, Paul, I want to say thank you for doing what you do. It's awesome. So how I will do that, I will just click on the plus sign. I'll click on the plus sign and I'll click on this. And then I will add inner sections, 3 inner sections. So you say 1, 2, 3, then I'll double click and duplicate this inner section, make it 3, and then on top of it I'll put a heading. I'll put a heading on top, and this heading I will just call it testimonials. Or if I don't want to call it testimonial, there's another name that you can call this. You can just call it wall of love. So wall of love and testimonial, they're pretty similar. Or I could say what other persons are saying. Say what others are saying. So what others are saying, and then I will click on this. And if you look at this, you would see that this thing is too close to the call to action button. This section is too close. And how do you separate two things together? You do so using margin and padding. So margin is the space between two containers. So don't really think about it too much. So for the top, I would say 100. For the bottom, I would just say 100. So you can see if I increase the padding a lot, the more I reduce it, the more it gets closer. But the more I increase it, if it's 200, if it's 200, you can see it's farther. And also I can reduce, I can change the bottom margin and the top margin differently. So if I give the top 150 and I give the bottom 100, so it's going to be a whole lot different. So once we're done with that, I'm going to put images. So like one image, I'm going to put another image, two image, and I'm going to put another image, three image. So don't forget that this is just an image that I'm using. I'm using this particular image. That's what I'm using. So I'm just using a tweet. So I'm going to click on the image and upload the tweet select file. Remember that tweet that I cropped, right? So I'm going to come back here and find it. So I'm just going to find it, testimonial. That's it. And I'm going to put it there. So testimonial and insert. So we can see this is the testimonial and I've added it right there. And then also you can do the same thing, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to duplicate this. For the sake of time, I'm going to say Ctrl D, then I'll delete this other one. I'll delete this. I'll delete this. So this is super simple. It's an easy way for you to get testimonials. You can do this on Facebook. You can do this on Twitter. The reason why I love Twitter is because of the size of the image. That's the reason why I love Twitter. You can do this anytime. And then to differentiate both of them, we can come back here, click on this, yeah, and just go to style, border. We'll add a border and say solid border. And then we'll add a width of like 2. You can see. And the color, we will give it we'll give it the secondary color, which is cool, or we can give it the accent color if we want to. And then for the radius, you can say 15. That's fine for the radius. And for brush shadow, you just give it some kind of shadow, and the shadow can be one of the not too much, just like that. And if you're okay with that, simply drag this in and you will see the way our wall of love look like. And then we would give it and then after doing this, I would give it a margin. So you can see the margin top, margin left. So I'm going to give it a margin left of like 10. See, I will uncheck this and just give it a margin left of 20. Not margin left, sorry. Give it a margin right of 20 so that it's a bit far from the next one. And once I do that, I will just copy this, copy. So there's a way to make things fast. I will paste it, but I will not paste the component itself. I'll just paste the style. So once I paste the style, it will take it. So this one, I'll just paste the style also. Just paste style, just like that. So you can see I just pasted everything and it works. So you can see this is our testimonials and these are our wall of love. There's another way that you can also do these testimonials also. Another way you can do these testimonials, I will go ahead and click on I'll click on this one. So I think there's something here. You can see this is so far from these other ones. I'll click here. The margin bottom here is saying 1000. That's why it's so far. So let's turn it to 100. So it's closer now. Another way you can do this wall of love is to just drag something in here and say testimonials like that, and put it in the middle and click here and say testimonials. Just drag it in here. So you can see we have testimonial 1, testimonial 2, and testimonial 3. This is a slider, so this is like a slider like this. That's how it is. It's just a slider. And you can see the testimonial is saying, it's just going to take the test to say what the person wants to say, and then the person's name and the person's company and the image. A good way for you to get this is to reach out to your client and ask them for testimonials. Let them write it for you or tweet it to you and get their permission to use it on your website, and that's it. So we can go for the skin and say it's bubble. You can choose different styles for your testimonials. So we have the bubble, that's the skin, and then we have the default. The default is no bubble, and the bubble, I like the bubble because it gives you a chance to make it distinctive. And then we can say layout, image stock. So you can have image stock, image above, image left, image right. So I just like it when the image is when it's inline or stack. So that's the way I kind of like it, inline or stack. How many slides per view? Let's just have 3. So if we have 2, that means it's just going to show 2 slides per view. So we can have 3 slides. So this works. This is super cool if you have a whole lot of testimonials to show. You can see 1, 2, 3, and then you can go ahead and then style the testimonials. So we can say for the space between, we can style the content inside of it. Test color, that's fine. We can say typography, test, which that's what we have already. And then for the name color, we can change anything you want to change over here. That's fine. Go ahead and play with this. But that's how you would add testimonials to your website. And another way to add things to your website again, social proof to your website, is also adding reviews. Reviews like this. So you can just draw it. Reviews is just like the testimonial, similar to the testimonial, almost no different, but it has a link. So if somebody reviews you on Twitter, you can go ahead and just type the person's username, and link to that tweet. So you can link to that tweet and so that other persons will see it. But a good way for me, I don't like using review because it takes people off my landing page. That's the reason why I don't like using reviews. Another thing that you can do is star ratings. So the way I would do this normally is to click on the plus sign, add a few pages, add a few columns, and then click on the text editor, and then add a star rating. So the star rating itself is just coming from my client. So if my client say like, hey, I like what Paul is doing, I like Paul's job, and then I can just put a star rating, like this person liked my job, put the person's contact info so that other customers can reach out. And that's the way I kind of like it. And then next on our list on this page, it's so we're talking about social proof, our benefits. So benefits here, it's what people will gain when using your platform, if they buy from you. So you can see, let's go back to the benefits. So these are like benefits. Let's go back to, these are client testimonials. Let's go find the benefits. Okay, there's no benefit there. Let's go find it here. Okay, there's no benefit over here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this is what you get. These are benefits. Here's what you will get. These are benefits. On your sales pages also, you would figure out that there are tons of benefits. There are tons of benefits that you can also. So these are benefits. I'm going to find it now. So these are things that you get: detailed video of tutorials and all that stuff. So just go ahead, swallow this in, learn how to add social proof to your landing page, and you come back and we'll talk about features and benefits. I'll see you in the next lesson. You will be able to add benefits to your website in different ways. You can add features and benefits together all in one sentence, or you can add features separately and benefits separately. Normally, if you're selling digital courses, the features likely will be what you will get. But if you're selling consultancy, the benefits will be the features, the benefits. Sorry, normally if you're selling digital product, the benefits will be what users will gain from doing things with you. Even when you're selling a consultancy, the benefit is what users will get when they consult with you. That's the benefit. So now if we go back here, you can see here we have testimonies, and here you see benefits, tons of benefits. 6 core modules, this is what you will get. So you can make your benefits in different ways. Let's go back to our landing page. And I'm going to leave the testimonies like this, and I'm going to click here to add the benefits. So you will see how we're going to do that. You click the plus sign, and this will just be what you stand to gain. What you stand to gain, that's what it's going to be, what you stand to gain. So I'm going to put it in the middle all over again. The reason why I'm putting everything in, I'm aligning in everything to the middle is because I just want consistency. See, this is in the middle, this is in the middle, everything is in the middle because I just want consistency. And then to add the benefit, I'm going to add an inner section in here. I'm going to duplicate this inner section, and then I will duplicate this top inner section. On this inner section, this first inner section, I'll come to the advanced and I'll just add a padding, a margin. I'll come back here again and I'll add a margin. So I'm just adding 10 to it to just differentiate both of them. And then I will add a text. I'll add an icon. I'll add an icon to it. I'll add a list, icon, list, or a text. One of those is fine. If I add an icon, it's fine. If I add a list, it's fine. Anything I want to add to it is fine. I can add an icon box. So I like this icon box. So you see, this is so one of the benefit might be so let's just I'm just going to copy from here. I'm just going to copy, find it here and just copy this. So let's find the benefit. So one of the benefit might be this is what you get: outbound marketing, sales system, client onboarding, and the rest. So I'm gonna say benefit 1. So this is like benefit 1, and then this will be my test. And this, I can choose different icons. So I can choose different icon. This is my benefit 1. So the benefit is what users will get when they use your product. What will users get when they sell your, when they buy your course? What will benefit users get when they book a call with you? Those are just the benefits. So I can't really define the benefit for you because I don't really know about your business. But for me, just imagine what's the benefit of you taking this landing page course. It is because 1, it's going to help you save money. 2, is going to help you save time. 3, you'll be able to launch as many products as possible. 4, you're going to make a whole lot of money doing things on your own. 5, you can be a very good solopreneur. That means you can own many businesses online without really dropping a sweat. You see, those are benefits. That's what you see on every of my pages. So I go for benefits before features. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to duplicate this 3 times. Yeah, for the sake of time, and I'll delete this. And then I will duplicate this and delete what's at the bottom. I will just, delete this row. And another thing that I always tell you is that don't be too scared to play around. So you see, this is a single color, right? This is a single color, and we can really change it. So we can go back here and just go to our styles and say, hey, let's try this other color and see if it works. Let's try this other color and see if it works. Go to our content, try this other color and see if it works. If it works for you, of course, you can use it. But if it doesn't work for you, it's okay not to use it. Then once you're done with benefits, once you're done with benefits, the next thing that you want to go for the features. So you can see what we said about our pages. So the features, the processes, benefits. But I think benefits and features, we can add both of them together. Features might be, if it's a course, it might be 14 hours long. It might be they will get templates. It might be they will get, call with you. Those are some of the some of the features of what they are going to buy. So it doesn't really affect them. It affects the end result, but not like the benefits they will get. So you can just do this, duplicate this, and just call it features. Then the next thing is the process, how you do what you do. The process here can be a story. The process here can be a story. The process here can be anything, but just tell people how you do what you do. I really like to use videos here, like 1 minute video, 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds video, but it's just basically a process. So how do we do that? We'll add another section, give it a padding like we always do, 2020 downwards and on upwards, and then we can add a tab. So we can add tab. So I like to use this tab a lot. So we can add tabs, and when we add the tab, we can go here and add a heading and just call this processes. Our process, that's fine. If you say our process is fine, or you can actually call this how it works. How it works, how we work. This could be how we work. It could be how it works. It could be how I compiled the course. So the reason why you're doing this, you're just making yourself really real. You're just making yourself really real. That's why you're doing this. How we work, how it works, how I did this, how I do that. You're just trying to be very, very real. And then we put this in the middle like we always do. Then we come back to our stuff. We'll put the alignment in the middle. I'm not going to put it at the end anyway. I'm just going to put it in the middle here. Put it in the middle or put it a space between. And then we can add more. So here we can say step 1, step 2. Yeah, we can say step 1 here. Then that's step 1. This is step 2. So this is step 3. This is step 3. This is step 4. So you can see how it works. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then I'll come back here and I want to change my typography to my secondary. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So when the users click on any of the steps, they see a different information. Click on any of the steps, they see a different information. This thing, it can be really longer than usual if we wanted to. So for example, I'm going to go back to step 4 and just edit my step 4. Click on it. It can be longer than what it is right now. So you can see it can be a whole lot longer than what you see right there. And also for the styling, you can increase the width of the border if you want to. You can increase the width and you can give it a border color just like the accent, or you can give it the secondary border color. That's fine. We can do so much here, but we're not really going to bother ourselves with a whole lot of this stuff. But what I'm saying is that just show people how you work. This doesn't have to be like so. It can be a video if you want it to be. So next on our list is adding. Yeah, you see, we just told what you get. Next on our list is adding what users will get. If you want users to book a call, it's different. So another way to get very fast is to duplicate this. So let's just go ahead and duplicate this section. Say right click and duplicate. When we duplicate this, we just drag it to the end. Drag it to the end like so, so we don't have to you don't have to repeat again what you will get. So remember, there are two things here. One is what you gain and the other one is what you get. This what you get is what you get when you buy the course. If it's a course, what you get when you buy this digital product, this is what I'm going to give to you. So I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to delete it and make it, I can drag it forward, backwards, sideways. And here I'm going to also delete this. So don't worry, I'm deleting everything, right? I'm going to delete this. And here I'm just going to drag something in here and say number 1. So it's just going to be number 1 and I'll put it in the middle. And for my number 1, what you get, I'm going to put a heading. And I'm going to put an image. I'm going to put a heading and I'm going to put an image. So the reason why I'm doing this is that you want to use graphics to represent a whole lot of things here, except you're asking users to book a call. But if you're selling something, or this is a sales page for you, you just want to use graphics. But if it's a landing page, it's fine. You can use anything you want to use. But if it's a sales page, yes, go ahead and use graphics. Say like what you get. For example, if it's my course, I'm going to say you get Elementor plugin worth $49. So then I'll put a picture here. Once I put that picture, I will go again, duplicate. And I'll say number 2. Number 2, I would say ebook worth $30. So you can see this is how I am going to duplicate it till I'm done. But there's another way we can do this too. We can also create another heading, put in a heading tab, move it to the middle. This is what you get. Put in inner section like so. Put in inner section. I'll delete this. I'll put in my inner section and just put headings. See, headings. Put in icon. I'll put in icon on top. Put in icon, put in heading, and then just put in what it will get. So I just put in heading, put in the icon, an icon that signifies what they will get, and put in heading. So if I'm not that image person, if I don't have a lot of image, this also works too. So for the sake, I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to delete this, you know, and I'm going to duplicate this. And so why not go ahead and, you know, set this up for yourself, set this up for your site, practice this, and when you come back to the next class, I would have, you know, fixed all this heading and fixed the test, and then we'll go ahead to the next section of the course. I'll see you in the next lesson. All right, once you're done with the features and the benefits, the next thing that we're going to be adding is CTA. So the CTA for me, it's still going to be similar CTA, but we're just going to put this at the bottom of the benefits. Put it in the middle, like so. And here we will say something. Remember, on top of it, we say sign up for a free trial. And here we would say be the first to get started. Or if we have a promotion, we would say grab the promo now, if we have a promotion. So that's basically what we're doing. If you have a promotion, grab the promo now. And we can make it big. This is small, we can make it big. And also we can even include an icon. We can include an icon that says, let's just say money. Let's add a money icon like so. So we could include an icon, and we can tell where the icon should be. We say the icon should be after. And we can tell how the icon should space. So we can put an icon right there to, you know, just give people a clue of what we're trying to make them do. And after this, we'll add the about section. The about section, we're going to use two section, and as usual, give it a padding on top and below. And what you're doing here is that you're telling your own story as it relates to the product. Don't tell people about the university you went to, except it's going to have an effect on the sales. Don't tell people about how you do this, how you do that, but instead just tell people about yourself as it relates to the current product that you're selling. Don't be very, very generalistic here. So I'm going to add so if it's a one person, I'm going to say about me. Or I'm going to say why, or you can use something cool like why you should buy from me. So this is, in some sense, in a way, it's actually helping you to avoid objections. That's what you're doing in such a way to help you avoid objections, why you should buy from me. So I'll go back to this style. I'll just give it a mean height of 400. That's fine. Let's give it a mean height of 500. Mean height of 500, and then we're going to add more tests to this. We're going to add this, and then we're going to add test editor. We're going to add test editor, and this is going to be my secondary test, which is fine. And I'm just going to come back here and steal an about from somebody. So I'm just going to steal an about. You can see this about itself, it's this person sells automation services. And you can see that this person is just telling you about how they run automated services. Then I'll come back here to my Elementor and I'll just paste this. Don't worry. I'll paste this and I'll take this from here. I put it here. And then here I would say meet Paul. So I think it's easier this way, meet Paul. And then I will put an image of myself over here. So an image of myself over here. And this, I will click on this, go back to my style, turn it into my primary style, into my primary, and this is my secondary already. And I'll go back here, click on this. Test color is fine. I'll turn it into my test, which is fine. And then there's something else that you might want to do. Sometimes you're designing and you're not very sure if what you're designing is really legible. So what you can do is that you can increase the line height like this, so that it has some sort of a spacing in between. So normally you'll use a line height of 18, 22, 18 is fine, so that it's very readable and legible for people who are interested in reading about what you do. And come to think of it also, this can also be a video. If you have a video place, if you have a video that you can use, of course you can use it. And you can also add fun things to yourself. You can also add fun things, like you can add fun things that you do to yourself. It doesn't have to be so straightforward like an interview. The more fun you are, the more real you are, the more people will likely buy from you. So after this, the next thing that we're going to add to our page is the CTA again. Sorry, is the social proof again. So to add the social proof is pretty straightforward. We can just copy the social proof on top, copy the one we have on top here, this one, copy this one, do a control, do copy, just copy, come back here to the bottom right there and just paste it. But when you copy it, replace it. If you don't have enough testimony, don't bother copying, don't bother adding another social proof. But I would say use as many social proof as possible. Use a whole lot of social proof. And here you can see that this the spacing between the first social proof and the second social proof, it's very little. So here we'll just come back here, uncheck this, give it a margin bottom of say 50. That's fine. Give it a margin bottom of 50. We will come back here, check it, go to advanced, and give it a margin bottom of 50, like so that there's space. So once you're done with that, the next thing for you is that you want to overcome objection. And how do you overcome objection? You do so by answering their questions. There's a book that I read one time. It's called They Ask You Answer. That book will teach you how to overcome objections. But don't worry, it's just a simple thing. Think of all the questions that your customers will likely ask and answer them beforehand. So you don't have people sending you too many emails because they think they don't understand your product. So how do you do that here? You just do that using FAQs. Just type FAQ over here. There's no FAQ. Just type accordion. Type accordion or you type toggle. So I'm going to use the accordion. So what the accordion does is that this is like an FAQ, yeah, but you need to also add a heading too. So I'm going to say add a heading and just call it FAQ. And I'm still going to put it in the middle. And for my FAQ, I'm going to add questions that people always ask, like price, delivery, location, what's included, age, grade, range. Those are things that I included. So such a question, I would say, what is the price? What is the complete price? Something like that. And number two, I would say, can I use coupon twice? So this basically is not going to be from your head, but it's going to be from your head if you are just starting, if you don't have any customer. But if you have customers and you've had objections before, this is going to be from your customer's response. What's the complete price? Can I use coupon twice? Something like, how do you deliver? How do you deliver your service? How do you deliver your services? Another thing might be, is there a refund policy? So how do you deliver your service? Is there a refund policy? So these are questions that you basically want to answer. And one other way to do this, make it very legible. Make it very, very legible. Very legible. See, border width. Make it very legible for people to want to answer. Very legible for you. So for the typography, go to typography, make it as legible as possible. Make it very legible. For the content, typography, test. So we can increase it here because we just want it to be legible. This is where you're going to have a lot of people coming. Once you're able to answer the questions they're always asking here, then you are very sure that you're going to make a sale, or you're very sure you're going to have people take an action on your landing page. So let's go back to our doc. So right here, we also have CTA and privacy policy. So we have CTA, so I'm going to just put another CTA, which is another button down here, put it here, your last chance to purchase. So these are like CTA. This is what you're going to add to it. You're going to add this CTA, and then you will add your privacy policy. Your privacy policy will just be a link, but these are other things that I think you can add. Your privacy policy, you can generate your privacy policy and just add it as a link. How are you going to do this? This will be further down below, so we can do like click on the plus sign, click on the section, click on the action, uncheck this, and just make it like 200, so that your privacy policy is so far below. So we can add a plus, and we can then just add a test. When we add a test, we'll click on the style. We can then add a test to it, and we'd say see our privacy policy here. So this is what you want to link. So you click on the link here, and then you can add a URL. So you'll notice once I put a URL, it will change in color. So you can see it will change to a red color once I put a URL. But if you're not selling things that are very sensitive, and you're not collecting that user information, there's no need for this part. But if you're selling things that have to like plus 18, you need to add the terms and conditions somewhere on your website. So let's see other things that you can add. Okay, I think this is a bit long, so I'll see you in the next class where we just round it up. I'll see you in the next class. You need to add to your landing page to make it make sense. But if you want to add other things, it's fine, and I'm going to show you a few other things that you can add. Number one, I told you about the countdown timer. that you can add. This is a countdown timer, and you can add it. I like it when it's evergreen. Yeah, I like it when it's evergreen. You just put a time and it starts counting for every person. And another thing that I think you can add also is a time. So is a countdown. So let's say you've worked for 500 persons before in your life. So you can be like, put a heading and just say 500 founders, 24,000, and stuff like that. And it just makes sense. It's some sort of a social proof. Why this timer is a show proof? This right here is just a way for you to allow people to be in a haste to make a purchase from you. So another thing that you can also use, you can use a pricing table. If what you're selling have different prices, you can also use a pricing table. A pricing table is pretty similar to, it's very similar here. You can use this. So this is a pricing table, and all you have to do is just duplicate it. That's all you have to do. Duplicate it. So we have 3 pricing table here, but I will take this away. So this way I will add a pricing table. I will just add a section, and inside the section I will add one pricing table here and duplicate it. And inside this other section I will add a pricing table also. So you have one pricing table, and then you can put 2 prices for what you want to do, and then users can click it and make a purchase from you if they want to. And another thing that you also want to do, another thing that you can do is to, so I'm looking for it right there, is to add, another thing that you can also do is to collect payment from this directly. So all these buttons that you're clicking, they should link somewhere, remember. So if you want to link them somewhere, this can link to your payment, it can link to your payment gateway, it can link to other places. I'm going to show you how to link this to your payment gateway using Paystack. But if you're not using Paystack, all of that, it will be very, very similar. So let me tell you how easy it is. Okay, I think I'm going to cover that on a different course entirely. Just cover payment. Okay, let's go right here. So if I click here, sign up for a 7-day trial or make payment, all I have to do is to put a link right there. To put a link here, and I'll be able to do what I want to do with it. So if you want to collect payment as a Nigerian, you can use Paystack, you can use lots of other payment gateway. So what I'll do is that you go to Paystack, like so. Just go to Paystack, and you would have to register. You have to register. If you don't have an account, create an account. It might take you a while for you to create a company account, but if you are an individual, you just go ahead and create an account, and you can collect money, but not to the tune of millions like a corporate entity. So I'm going to enter my email and then enter my password. So once you enter your email, I'm using OTP, so it's going to ask me to add my OTP for my authentication app. This is another way to secure your account because you don't want people to be able to get into your account without your permission. So you want to do double authentication so that every time a person wants to log into your Paystack account, you would enter this OTP. It's very, very important. So I've not been selling for a long time, so this is my first course in a while. So you can see 0, but if you go back to my transactions, you would see that I used to have tons and tons of transactions. So you would fill your details first of all, and then after filling your details, entering everything and making sure that you meet the requirement, you come here and just click on payment pages. This is what you want to click on. Click on payment pages, create new payment pages. Is it a one-time payment? Is it a recurring payment? Is it a product payment? No, it's a one-time payment. So click on the one-time payment, and then I'll just click on say demo landing page. I'll put a tiny description if I want to. I can put an image if I want to. Then I'll collect a fixed amount from this. Fixed amount will be maybe 5,000 naira. From this, collect phone number. Yes, it's advisable that you collect phone number from this page so you can do SMS marketing. Very effective. So I'll copy the link. Once I come here, I'll copy the link, and then I'll come back to my Elementor and just paste the link here. That's it. Paste the link all over where I need the call to action to happen. If I also want users to book a call with me, I will go to Calendly and just paste my calendar. So I'm just going to call this book a call. So I'm going to call this book a call. And here I'm going to say calendly.com/Paul Okodewan. So I'm trying to link here, and then when I'm done with this, to see what I've done so far, I'm going to click on this preview change button. Click on the preview change button. It should open my website on my landing page on a different tab entirely because I'm just previewing the page. So we can see what we've done so far. When we click on the sign up for a free trial, it should take us to Paystack. Okay, you can see it takes us to Paystack where it's telling us to make payment for that. And then when we click on this other page, this one, book a call, it should open Calendly. So it should open Calendly where it's asking us to book a 30-minute call. So there's something else. When we click on this, go back to this button, we can tell this button to open in a new page by clicking on the star and say open in a new window. So what will happen is that this button will just open in a new window entirely. That's what will happen. And also when we come back here, we can also tell this one to say, hey, open in a new window entirely. Open in a new window entirely, and that's what's going to happen. If you are in Nigeria or you're using any other payment gateway, this is the same thing that you'll do. Go back to the place where you created your payment link and edit. So when you create it, when you go back, you will see redirect after payment. You see this redirect after payment. This is where you will add what you want to give to your customer. What you want to give to your customer, or how you want to give them. This is where you add it. If you want them to join a group, go to a page, go to your WhatsApp. This is where you add it. If you're selling something that looks like an ebook or a product that you add to a drive, this is what you do. You just go ahead and go to like Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Yeah, so you would upload whatever you want into that Google Drive and then copy the link. That's what you do if you are somebody who is selling ebooks or any other material. Say for example, you click on new and then you upload the file. Let's say I want this book to be the book that my users will receive when they finish purchasing my course. I would say sure, and I would say share to everybody, unrestricted. Anyone with the link can get it, and I would then copy and say done. So what my users are necessarily doing is that they are buying that link. That's what they are buying. That's what they're buying. So I'll go back to my page stack and I'll paste it here. And so whenever there's a purchase, what do you want? You want to send notification to your email whenever there's a purchase, so that you can, it's some sort of happiness, So when you make a purchase, you're pretty happy when you do that. So you come back here and just hit the publish button. If you know you're done with this page, hit the publish button, and then you can share. You can share this page all around the place, and it's gonna make sense for you. But we still have a few things to do, a few steps. Before we share, we will want to check our page on mobile. Remember, we said we're building a very we have to build for desktop and we have to build for mobile. Mobile is way important than desktop. So this is for tablet, and this is for mobile. So we'll first of all check it. So you can see add 3 to 5 high ticket clients each month. This is so big for mobile. So we'll come back here, change our typography, make it say 40, make it 40, or make it 50, not too bad. And this is big too. So we'll come back here, typography, make it 20, which is not so bad, and then we'll put our image. So we'll just keep on making slight changes, very slight changes to make sure that it's not so big. So you can see, let's come back here, make it 50, not so big. Come back here, we'll just make very, very slight changes to make sure that on mobile, what we're doing is very cool, and on desktop, it is very, very cool. Awesome. So let's see what we've gotten already. So let's see where we are already. So we've done typography, we've call to action, landing page, mobile expensive, and optimizing load time. So let's go ahead and go through other parts of the course. So I'll see you in the next class. Go ahead and practice this. I'll see you in the next lesson. And also, don't always forget to click updates. Click update whenever you're done with an iteration. Click the update button, and that's all you have to do. So now that you've learned about how to build your own personal landing page, one thing that I would say is that nothing is constant, really. As you learn, you get to change it. As you learn, you get to change it. As you learn, you can make adjustments. But the good news is that you can build a landing page under a day and ship as fast as possible. So I'm going to go back to I'm going to exit. Just watch. I'm going to exit. And if we go back to our page, let's just go back to our main page itself. You could see that this landing page, our page still looks like this. Where's the landing page we created? We can't find it. So we'll go back to our page, click on the WordPress icon, then we'll come back to our settings, come back to reading, not writing, come back to reading, and then we would say what your home page should display. What we'd say home page, and which of the home page? Home. That's all. Say save changes. And once you say save changes, go back to our website and just refresh it. Once you refresh it, you should see that particular page that you created. So it's just the name of the page that you would see. Okay, it's not working. Let's go back again. Show the home page. Let's click on save changes. Go back to our page. And this should be the front page. Yeah. Let's just view. Wow, this is not working very well. Let us view. Come back. Let us preview. Come back. So let's go to all posts. I'll come back to my page and see what's happening. So I'll just edit Elementor and see what's happening. So this is our page and this is supposed to work. So I'll just click on, so this is updated already. I'm going to preview it one more time and see what happens. So this is the page that it's supposed to show. And then let's go ahead and refresh this. Let's purge all cache. Just click here and say purge all. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, yeah, so that's just the issue. So now we have this showing right here. So nice you were able to build this. Remember, this is just a placeholder, something you can get very creative and modify your page as far as cool as you want. You can get very creative, modify it the best way that you can, and come up with the best result that you can. So now that we are good with that, let's go back here and see how to optimize our page. So I'll click this. I'll go back to my WordPress site. And so when it comes to optimization, one of the best things that will help you to optimize your page is analytics. You click on plugin, go to add new plugin. So this is where you're going to add your analytics. Under here, just type Google. Just type Google and you should see a few. Just type Google and this is the one you want. You want Sitekit. Google Sitekit, that's the one you want. So just install. So this will just enable you to add this particular website to your Google Sitekit. So click activate. So when you click on activate, the setup is pretty straightforward. It's not the most difficult thing in the world. The setup is pretty straightforward and you will be able to set up your analytics. So you to say, and so why are you setting these analytics? First of all, you want to know what people are clicking. When people click on your website, you really want to know. When they click on stuff on your website, you really want to know why they are clicking. You know what? You want to know where they are checking, where they are saying, how they are checking it, and all that. So you would say connect your analytics, sign in with Google. So you just choose a Google account that you want to sign up with. You don't need anything. All you need is a Gmail account. So I'm going to sign up with this one. Sign up with this one and I'm going to continue. So just keep clicking yes as you go. Just keep going yes. Okay, sign up yes, sign up yes. So I'm gonna go again, sign up with Google. I think there's something wrong with that. Click on this. See and download, yes. Just check all this stuff and say continue. And then say verify. And once you verify, say allow, then say setup. Say next. So this is the first step. So this is the first step, and now you're saying account, page property, all site data, Nigeria. So just go ahead and create account. So what you're doing, you're creating an analytics account. That's what you're doing. Click on this again as the account you want to create it with, and just click on this, check both, and say continue. And then it's just going to auth. So like it's going to auth and show you analytics. So you're going to agree to the terms and condition. Agree to these terms and conditions. So you just go ahead and agree. Just agree to all the terms and say I accept. Then you go back. Then you can go back to your dashboard. And once you see, this is your dashboard, and here you can see it will show you all your data, your traffic, the content, your site speed, monetization. So it's going to show you all your analytics. So this is where it's going to tell you like this is how much traffic that is coming to your landing page, and this is what you're actually getting. This is what you're actually getting from this traffic coming to your landing page. So that's one way to optimize. So let's go try another way to optimize your landing page. So that's one way to do so, and then you can see all the improvements that you have to make. So let's try another way. We'll go back to our pages, and this time we want to make our site as fast as possible. Click on plugin and say add new, and then we want to say speed. So just type speed here. Just type speed, and when you type speed, you would see a couple of plugins that will come up when you type speed. So this is the one. This particular one is here already. Lightspeed Cache. You just click on update. Just update it, and also you can also use WP Optimize if you want to. But Lightspeed Cache is okay. That's fine. You can use that also. And what you want to optimize for next is security. So the plugin that you can use is Sucari. So just click on it and you can optimize for security with this plugin. So you would also just, all you have to do is to install it. That's all you have to do. Install it. And once you install it, it will secure your, it will add more security to your application. Install and activate it. It will add more security to your website. You don't want anything happening to your website. You don't want anything happening to what you've created. So just install it and then come back here and just, where is it again? Just come back here and say dashboard. And when you get here, you would see it's actually secured already. But when you get here, you just have to so you can see here the site is clean and no blacklisted, so it's cool. It's just gonna keep running around your website and securing things for you. There's a premium version that you can use. Yeah, there's a premium version that you can use, and you can set up a whole lot more with this. So feel free to read up about it. And I think that's basically it for optimizing. And also there are tons of other plugins that you can use, but I think for the basics, as somebody who's not really coding, this is the easiest way for you to optimize your website and just optimize it very well. So that's it for this lesson. Next lesson, when you come, I'm going to show you how to design a lead generation landing page. So we just designed a landing page, but I'm just going to quickly show you within 5 minutes how to design a lead generation landing page. That's it. So the next thing that you're going to do here, it's we're going to create a landing page for you. So the landing page itself, let's just go to pages. Don't worry, it's going to be very, very fast. It's a landing page, but it's just a lead gen page, because I think that a lot of time you would want to create a lead gen page, then take them to the sales page. So we'll just call this lead gen, and we'll say edit. So maybe what we want them to do, we want them to download a book or download a course or download a material. It's just pretty straight. It's just pretty straightforward. So we'll come back to our page layout and say page canvas. So meanwhile, if you want to get your, you want to fix your book, Canva is the best place for me that you can fix your book with. Just come back here and on Canva say book. Just go ahead and say so just go ahead and say book, and then let's just go back home and we'll just type book. Let's type book again, template. Type template here. So we'll say we want to create a book. So let's just click on book. So we would do this on Canva. Maybe this is I'm just going to use any random book that I see. So let's say this one, and I'm going to customize this one. So I'm going to customize this book, and then I will go back to I think there are some apps here. There's some apps here that can help you to create a few things. I think I can help you to create mockups. So let me just type mock. I think mock. Oh. I think there's some, I just hope I'm saying it clearly, but I think there's some apps that will enable you to create mockup here on Canva. I'm not seeing it here. I'm not seeing it here right now. But you can actually, let's just imagine that this is the book, and then we get to download this particular book, and yeah, we get to download it, and this is the book that we want to give away to those persons who would download the lead gen. And so we will go back to our site, and this is the way you would usually do it. You would just make it divisible by 2, and then we will just make the mean height like so, and then I will put an image. So this is going to be the image of the book when I put it. It's going to be the image of the book. So now you have the image of the book successfully. So you should see that book image over here, and then we'll just go ahead and add a heading. Go ahead and add a heading here, and add a test over here close to the book, and then we'll add a form. So we'll add a form. So this is where people will add their email. So we'll add a form where they will add an email. We'll take the form, we just need the name and the email, or we just need the email. So the less the feed you have, the better your form is going to convert. For the form name, we're just going to call it lead gen form. So lead gen, we're going to call it lead gen form, which is fine. And then we will go ahead and say input size is large, and then we would go ahead and just go to the button and say, we'll go to the button and come back to the content here, click on buttons, make it large, then we'll go to the button and say download now. So remember, we should always use a verb, an action word in this. We should always use an action word when we're doing call to action. I'll remove the label. So the email here is the label. I remove the label over here because I want people to download. So here, once you see this book, we will see this. So when people download it, what do we want to happen? That's why we have this action after submit. It will collect the submission, email the person. So we have collect submission, email the person, email you as the admin, and then we can then redirect. So action after submit, click on the plus sign and say redirect. We redirect them to that particular page that we created before, this particular page that we created. So now they saw our advert on Facebook or on Instagram or anywhere, and then they got here to download this book, and then we redirected them to the landing page that we want them to go. So the thing is that here it's a two-way thing. We want them to buy stuff, but we want to collect their email first in case they don't buy. So we collect their email first here, and then we collect their email here, and then we would send them to the page where they ought to buy something. If they don't buy, we'll keep them sending them email until they buy. So here, don't forget, this is your headline, feed with benefits, 24 ways to be wealthy, secondary headline, reaffirm your benefits, and call to action. And then once you're done with this, you just go ahead and click on publish. So that's how you do it. And anybody who fills this page, you will find it. Don't worry, I'll show you how to find it. Let's click on preview, have a look. So while that is loading, so let's just click on preview, have a look, and then we will click on, I will just add my email. So I'll put on this email, click on download, say form was set successfully, and then we'll go back to the lead gen page where we'll ask them to buy. And if you're wondering where the form feed went to, let's go back to our dashboard. We'll find it there. We'll find it there on the dashboard. Click on WordPress. Let's go back to Elementor, click on submissions. So you can see this is the form that we just filled. This is the lead gen. This is the time I filled it, which is February 8, 2023. And you can see it there. So that's how simple it is. So this form, you can then export it as a CSV and use it to do anything that you want to do on your own. That's how cool it is that's how easy it is for you to collect form fill with WordPress on your lead gen page. So go ahead and try this, and when you come back, we'll just do some we have some rounding up to do when you come back. Build this. I am so excited. You've been able to get all the way from not building it, not knowing how to build anything, to being able to build your own landing page and integrate payment, integrate analytics. So I want to walk you through a few things before I let you go. So I want to walk you through a few things. So the reason why you're seeing e-commerce here is because there's another course that I'm creating, how to create e-commerce store. Don't worry, I'll let you know when that is out. So I want to walk you through a few things. So now that you are done creating this, you might want to take this a step further. Yeah, just like the way I showed you how to create plugins, you might want to take this a step further. There are some other plugins that you can add. You can use the Yoast plugin. You can use the WP Fastest Catch. You'll see all of them here, the reason why you use this plugin and how all these plugins work, and some of the essential things that you should have on your application. And then I also have this resources, Ultimate Guide to Font Pairing. I also have here you'll find icons. I also have this stuff that you can install. It's called Microsoft Clarity. It will basically show you how your customers are moving in and out of your website. So I'm going to type it, I'm going to paste it there so you can see it. Microsoft Clarity, it's a free heat map and recording section. All you have to do is to basically paste your website in there. So just sign in, see live demo. Let's see the live demo so you see. It's going to show you how many users you have on your website, how long they're staying per session. It's going to show you so many, like so many different parameters, the countries where they are coming from. All you have to do is register and put your website in there, and you'll be able to get so much information from your website. So it's super cool. This is a dashboard, this is a recording. So it's just like somebody looking at your website and seeing what's happening in your website live, just like that. Heat maps, it will show you, let me show you those heat maps. All this will show you is to show you where exactly people are clicking. So that's the reason why I told you majorly it's optimizing. So you see where you have this heat, where you have all this heat, it means users are clicking it. So it will tell you number one. See, this is number 10, 15, the numbers. But let's go find number one. This is number 72. It means people are not really clicking these a lot. So number one is the part where people are clicking the most. So where you have the red heat map, that's where people are clicking the most. So where we have all this red, that's where people are clicking the most. But the places where you have the blue, light blue, people are not really clicking that a whole lot. See, this is where people are clicking the most. See, right here. See, this is number one. This is where people are clicking the most, which I think is sign up or login. So it's super cool for you to try to use this Microsoft Clarity. Just sign up and put your web page in there, and you'll be able to watch it after like 1 month. Come back here, you will see where people are clicking, the words that people are clicking the most, and you'll be able to make very informed decision with your landing page. Congratulations on completing the course, learning how to create landing pages. Feel free to follow me here on Twitter. So this is my Twitter account. It's Paul Okodowar. Feel free to follow me here on Twitter, and I will do well to just follow me up, and you can keep tabs with everything that I'm creating here on Twitter. And also you can click on my link in bio. This is my website, paulnocode.com. And when you get there, you will be able to contact me. You will be able to reach out to me. You will be able to, book a call with me. So you can, if you want to learn more, you want to have your landing page built, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll do it to answer you as fast as possible. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching again. Have yourself a beautiful, a very, very beautiful work day ahead. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is my website, my own personal website. Feel free to reach out to me via this website. Thank you so much.